Good morning! Okay. I'm dialed. Alright. I think... Need to... check my mic audio because I changed the wrong setting, so it might be completely cooked. We'll have to wait and see. But good morning! We are here for, well, the same thing again, because, yeah. What's this? I don't care. Alright. No. No! Run! Okay. Alright, I'm ready, let's go. Good evening. That's not evening, is it? Right, before we start, I need to quickly announce something, and that is that yesterday and a couple of days ago, I was mucking about with the mods that I've got on, and, well, some of them I realised weren't actually working. I had this funny moment where the Audi livery that I use that replaces Sauber kind of just didn't exist. And I don't mean like it was like the Sauber livery, I mean the actual car just wasn't there. So I've had to change some liveries round, and I thought we would go through them. Let me actually quickly get out the ones I've changed so I actually remember here. Okay, so first of all, McLaren, as you can see, have got a new livery. Before it was like a dark grey, I believe, whereas now it's, as you can see, got the name change as well. I thought I might as well. We have McLaren, Marlboro, Mercedes, obviously a nod to the sort of 80s Prime Ayrton Senna era kind of car, looking lovely. Then we have Ferrari, which is blue, because why not? Red Bull is now Jaguar as well, so we've got Red Bull, Jaguar. I was considering doing they have a green version of this livery, but I thought, let's try and keep it a bit like Red Bull still. Mercedes, I believe, is the same. I don't remember. Honda's the same. Renault's the same. Haas, I've changed it. This is obviously the team we're driving for. Rather than that grey livery, which is a nod to like when they first started in F1, I have now got their 2026 livery, which is looking good. Toro Rosso is still Toro Rosso. Williams are different. They are now Williams Porsche in a nice purple, and Audi is also the same. So you have some name changes. We've got Williams Porsche on the grid. We have got Red Bull Racing Jaguar, and we have got McLaren Marlboro locked in. Now, one thing I actually need to quickly do before we begin the stream proper is, I probably should have done it, like, way earlier. But if any of you want to see these mods for yourself, download them, use them, show support for their creators, I will be leaving a link to all of the mods that I am using in the description of my live streams. I need to quickly actually add them to said live streams, because right now they're just not there. Hang on. Mods. Used. Wow. There we go. You can also see the driver suits are different as well, which is looking lovely. Mods used. Alright. Boom. Alright, decent. I think now we can officially begin. Now, today is very exciting because, yeah, we got some good tracks on the calendar. Alright, TP. Right, let's go. Oh, wait, did I not? Okay, hang on, wait, no, I can't start yet. I gotta restart the game. I forgot to, I'll be honest, Hero. I don't think many people would watch if I just wasn't speaking. Do you know what I mean? So, shut up. Do you know what I mean? It's 9 AM. Get a job. Okay. Let's lock in the... No, that's the wrong one. That's the one I'm looking for. I need to do this, and then quickly flick a setting. Oh, I didn't have it on. Ah, no wonder it didn't work. Okay. Mods TP. Lots and lots of mods. It's in the description. It's supposed to be a nod to the, apparently Ferrari had, like, a blue livery back in, like, the 90s, and it's a nod to that, so... It looks pretty cool, to be fair. I like it. I only changed it from the normal one because I did have one that's this really nice, like, dark red with gold, and it just didn't work. So, yeah. Had to change it, unfortunately. I'll tell you what, though. People might be hating early in the morning, but, I mean, it's a view and a comment, so we take those. Today, though, we have Spa and Monza. I don't know if I said that already, and I'm very excited, because, yeah. Maybe not for Monza. I mean, Monza's a fun track, but I'm just not good at it. Spa, though, oh, ho, ho. That's going to be a good time. I think it's a sprint weekend as well, which is... Nah, it's not great. I don't really like sprints, but oh well. I suppose they are part of F1. You have a job? That's an impressive joke coming from you. I sat here like 5 minutes. Well, mate, here's the thing. Like I said, you're watching me. Thanks for the view and the comment. Cheers. Alright, let's go. There we go. Now it actually says Daniel Ricciardo, not Mika Hakkinen. Decent. Don't forget as well, Spa is a stronger track for me than Austria. And I won at Austria. And then we don't talk about Silverstone, we just move on. So we're 5th in the standings. 57 points in 6 rounds is pretty decent. I mean, that's almost 10 points a round in, what, the 6th best car? Oh, no, we're actually 5th now. Oh, good, we got ahead of Honda. Nice one. Let's go. Alright, Duende. Good morning. Well, actually, to be fair, it might not be morning where you are, but, yeah. I don't think I've streamed this early in a very, very, very long time, but I thought, well, why not? Don't have any work to do until later in the afternoon, so I might as well. Okay, that's kind of changed my entire optimism that I had. I was actually very excited, as I've said, but now it's going to be potentially a mixed conditions race and quali and practice. I am no longer looking forward to this as much as I was. To be fair, in the wet, in the previous races at Japan and Imola, I weren't actually that bad, but I don't know, I'm going to get nerfed a bit. It's 3... Okay, yeah. That is, I mean, technically that's morning, but no.
They told you about the new parts that have come in from the factory, right? Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick.
Oh, I didn't change my engine. I need to remember that for quali, because that's important. Right, now, obviously I need to warm up a little bit. Good thing we have practice exactly for that. And it's a sprint weekend, so we obviously only get 1 set of tyres. Oh no, 2 sets of tyres for practice rather than 3. So we're going to have to make do with the hards for... Turn this down, that's very loud. Oh, it's all gone wrong. There we go. Oh, it's all gone so badly wrong. Okay, wait. Oh no. Oh wait, it's come back. Wait, what have I... Oh, I don't know. How do I use engine noise mods? Just like any other mod. The actual process of installing mods is a little bit difficult to explain, but basically you download an app called the Simplified Launcher version 3. I believe it's on Overtake like every other mod, and then you put your mods in, including my engine mod, which is here, F125 engine sound pack. Bob's your uncle, then you're in. Dialed. Now this is of course our debut race weekend with our new livery. We have got the 2026 Haas chassis rather than the throwback livery to 2016. Also, just thought I'd mention, I did a race at Spa yesterday, just for fun, and I went last to first in a Ferrari in about 2 laps. Now, though, I'm in a Haas, and that's going to be a bit more difficult. But you never know what can happen. If I can win at Austria with that incredible final lap, where I overtook, who is it, Piastri, if I remember? Yeah, then who knows what can happen at Spa. All my audio's wrong right now. That's too loud, that's too quiet, that's all wrong. What is happening? Ah! Just terrible streaming and technology usage all round from Fat Crim. Right, I'm locked. So yeah, it's going to take a little while to get used to this car around this track. Obviously, it's going to be considerably slower than a equal performance car and all that good stuff. I do it every race weekend. It's nothing new, is it? Well, no. Of course, another big downside is that if I don't do well in these practice programs, there ain't no quick practice to, like, redeem myself. So, that's kind of cooked. Oh, why is it just not turning? Did I put the wrong setup on, or is the car just really bad? I'm going to give the car the benefit of the doubt and say it's me rather than the car, to be honest. But yeah, let me know any predictions you might have for what we could get done today at Spa, and also we have Monza later on, which, like I said, like, I do enjoy Monza. It's one of my favourite tracks, but I'm just really crap at it. So, a result may be a bit more difficult to get there than it is here. Okay, I still got purple, even though I completely went off the track. Decent. It might just be really bad now. Honestly, I think it's like, I think the car is playing a part, but I think it's like 70 me, 30 the car. Like, yeah. But it's like I said, it's like every race weekend. It happened in Austria for the first 5 laps. When I go from driving a Ferrari on soft tyres and then... Oh, wheel bug. And then I go to a Haas on hards, it's quite the transition, you know? I also noticed, I don't know if this is just consistent with like career mode or... I don't know, but one thing I noticed is that the car's like brakes don't really change between like the top and bottom teams. Yet when I go in career mode, and on this career mode specifically, I noticed that my brakes are like worse than say a Grand Prix car in like normal, like the normal cars in like Grand Prix or time trial. It's really strange. It's like I have to brake 20 to 30 meters earlier every single corner of every track, so that's also something to get used to. But I think if I do 3 or 4 laps in race strategy, do quali sim, then it should be all fine. But I think it's also important to note that even if I'm slow, the AI also like slower because it's career mode. So like, even though the car feels bad, I'm probably still quick. I mean, I'm quickest overall currently, albeit we've only had some back marker cars do some running. I mean, I'm ahead of Ocon, who's on softs, to be fair, so that's decent. I'm also 1.6 seconds up on my race strategy delta, and that's on the not recommended tyre and a pretty dismal lap. So yeah, I think it might just be one of those. I tell you what though, since learning to not use the racing line on some of these tracks, I mean all of the tracks until... Actually, to be fair, we've got Monza, then Azerbaijan, Singapore, and after those, and actually, to be fair, even Singapore, I'm not good enough at those Singapore and onwards yet. So after this like stream, I'm gonna have to switch to like my other new career mode and do other stuff until I actually learn those circuits. But it is actually like, I wouldn't say it's more fun, Because that's what people used to tell me, because I used to get, like, straight up bullied. And I got death threats and everything on, like, TikTok. All because of I used that assist. And people used to always say to me, oh, yeah, but it's more fun. It's not more fun. I can say it feels more rewarding. Because it feels like you're actually driving on the track. Even though technically you are still just looking for a braking point like you always are. It's just, I don't know. It's nice. Although, of course, I am considerably slower. It's not really the point. As long as I can drive on 110 AI, then that's all we can really ask for at the end of the day. And I will say that AI on this year's game do seem a little bit, like, bad. I don't know. I mean, the fact I can run 110 at every circuit is, I don't know. Maybe I am good enough, but I just don't think I am or ever was. I mean, F124, it was mostly full of, like, 106s, 107s kind of area. Never 110. I was always, like, half a second off. Whereas on this game, sure, there are some tracks, like Hungary and Spain, and even, like, Miami to an extent, where I'm miles off the pace. But then I'll come to a track like Spa or Austria or Melbourne, and then I'll just dominate the field. Here we can see one of the new cars up ahead. We've got the Williams Porsche, that iconic purple livery. Should be quite easy to spot considering it's a bright purple rather than the blue, the same as like 17 other cars on the grid. That's a thought. Why is every car blue now? You've got Racing Bulls, which aren't blue, but their badge is blue. Actually, is it? No, it isn't. No, I'm thinking of... Oh, I don't know what I'm thinking of. Forget that. But you've got Alpine Williams. Red Bull. There's another one, I think. Oh, this Williams is also on a program, so they're not going to move out of the way. That's a bit annoying. Should probably be looking at my tyre wear currently. It's actually really bad considering I've done what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done 6 laps and it's already in the mid-20s. At least it's kind of equal on every tyre. That's kind of what you want. You don't want the lefts or the rights or the rears or the fronts being way more wary, if that's even a word, than the other tyres. Whoa! Okay. Williams is braking about 100 meters too early. Did I get damage from that? Vehicle condition.
Systems all looking good. Head down.
Oh, I didn't. Lucky. Obviously, I'm not going to get... Actually, I might. If I dump my overtake, I might get it back. 0.6, 0.5. Come on. Oh, we're going to get this, you know. Actually, no, because the Williams is still blocking me. I've actually caught back up to the Williams. Move! Please move. Andy's on softs. You are really slow if your signs are Albon. Gonna go down the inside of our championship rival. No overtaking practice. Never hurt no one. Now we can actually move on with the program. I got the world record in the R8 LMS. That's a tongue twister on the Red Bull ring. That's fair play, mate. That's very impressive. I don't know. I mean, I know what an Audi R8 is. I assume it's an Audi R8. Good job. To be fair, yeah. I mean, that's one of one. Can't have 2 world records. That's impressive. That's the point, though. I haven't even used my overtake a single time apart from that previous lap. And I managed to gain back about a second of the delta. So, how much pace have I got? Because it seems pretty outrageous. I'm also feeling nice and warmed up as well now, which is decent. And the sun is shining to tell me, you know what? You're not half bad, you are. I was thinking of upgrading my wheels soon, but I ain't really got the funding for it. I was looking at them Fanatec's, but the price of them, I mean, geez Louise. that's 110 AI, I know, mate. It's worse at Monaco. Monaco, you can probably run, like... I believe, someone could correct me, but someone said a while ago that the AI supposedly run about 30-30 downforce on every circuit, including Monaco. So at tracks like Monaco and Qatar and high downforce circuits, the AI are really crap if you run, like, really high downforce. And the same is said for Spa. Spa, the AI are really bad because they're running medium downforce in a track where you should really be running no downforce. But even so, my cornering isn't even like that bad compared to them. I don't know why, but some tracks, like your Spas, Austrias, I mean, to be fair, I am good at them. I mean, Austria, I'm top 1% in time trial, same with Spa. But the AI should not be that slow. I should not be outpacing a McLaren in a midfielder, but I just kind of do. And I'm not complaining. Got the rain falling in now. Should be able to get this lap completed before the end, but you can see how much I'm gaining on this Toro Rosso. And I'm not even driving good. It's like I'm driving at 60% maybe. And yet I'm able to catch up to this Toro Rosso really lively. Same with the Williams. Half a second quicker than the previous. What, a GT car's got that much gaps between them? What's that all about? I thought it'd be like a couple thousands, but half a second, what's happened there? Around a track that short? Impressive. One thing I've noticed is that I've still got qualifying pace to do. Yeah. Going wheel to wheel through the bus stop with the Toro Rosso. We get the move done though, and we are up to whatever position, I don't even know.
Program complete and a job well done.
Nice.
We got some excellent data with that run.
I don't know if they're actually going to change the game that much, but the 2026 DLC, they need to improve the AI at certain circuits. Not every circuit. Of course, you know, me being bad at them plays a part, because I am bad at them. The tracks where the AI massively, like, are better than me, tracks like Hungary, Spain, and Miami, I am... Actually, not even Miami anymore. I'm quite good at that track compared to the AI now. It's mainly just those two, Spain and Hungary. I just can't wrap my head around it. I'm just not good enough. But yeah, I think they need a bit of improvement. It is promising, though, that I am currently 6/10... Although, to be fair, Hulkenberg's second. It's not really representative, is it? But it's still good pace. 2/10 off Purple Sector 2. But you gotta keep in mind as well, apart from my final, one of the laps in that race strategy where I lost over a second to the Williams that blocked me, I didn't use overtake a single time or even hot lap. I just left it on medium. So there's probably like half a second in there. Just on battery usage alone, do you know what I mean? And I was sort of hoping the weather would like change a bit by the end of the session, but it seems like that isn't going to be the case. So hang on. Sunny weather in 10 minutes, supposedly. Could we get a 90+7 quali pace in just before we head into sprint qualifying? Probably not. Oh well. It's a bit... that is just awful. Sunny sprint and a mixed condition, like, quali and race. If that was the other way round, I'd be over the moon. Because obviously the sprint doesn't mean a whole lot. It means basically nothing to me. The race, though, that kind of means everything, you know? Hang on, we actually do have some dry run... What do you mean not enough time? Of course there's enough time. There's 3.5 minutes, boss. It probably just means there isn't enough time to do an out lap and a fast lap between using hot lap and also overtake. Like, use one or the other rather than both. But I don't think I need to be fair. I kind of just... I mean, I was in a Ferrari, but I seem to have enough overtake to have enough of the whole lap without running out, while also using hot lap rather than just overtake and medium. 0.6 up. That's just in Sector 1 alone. I usually go down to about 60 here, but I could actually save a little bit. Little bit. Oh, actually, I don't know. That felt early on the brakes, but then it also didn't, so I don't know. I want to see my cornering pace. I mean, that was pretty slow, but I'm still gaining time. Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous. How am I so much up on the delta? That wasn't even a good lap or a good sector in the slightest. It was actually egregious. Still though, whoa, never mind. That's hilarious. That is... I was literally... Oh, Nelly. Sorry. Oh, it was a McLaren. I've just killed, like, Lando or someone. Oh, no, there's someone coming. Move out the way. Yeah, no. I was literally just about to say I'm feeling pretty locked in. And then I crash. Nice. Well, at least it doesn't matter. It's only practice. I just need to learn from that and hopefully not do that in sprint quali or even quali or just ever. Full stop, you know? But yeah, the fact I was basically 2 seconds up there is pretty outrageous, considering, like I said, that weren't a very good first and second sector. But there you have it, that's practice completed.
Over, but that wasn't much help to us, I'm afraid. We need to run it again.
We ain't going to be doing that, boss. Mark, we're locked in, don't worry. But we do finish first overall in practice, and that is, well, this is the thing. I've gone fastest in practice by 0.6 of a second, and there is at least 2, maybe even 3 seconds of pace on the soft side and using overtake. At least a second, minimum. But it's probably way more than that. So I'm looking forward to this. The only thing I'm not looking forward to is the mixed conditions, because I'm useless in the wet. I can't think like that. I've got to believe that the sun is going to shine. We're now heading to sprint, qualifying at Spa-Francorchamps. Welcome. Now, oh, we only get, wait. Oh, wait, yeah. Okay. I actually think I might increase my front downforce just for qualifying, get that extra bit of, you know? I tell you what, that seems a bit... I'll just leave it. There's no point changing things. It's all... The setup's clearly good. And I do want to give myself 2 runs, but honestly, I feel so confident that even if I do a bad lap, it's going to be good enough for SQ2 that I think I can just wait. And it says, actually, I just saw there, potentially rain coming in 20 minutes. Which will be... Wow! Why is that so loud? I also just forgot. Actually, no, I won't. I just won't bother including sprints in my actual video series because no one likes sprints. Okay, clear track ahead. Potentially rain on the way, so obviously we want to get this lap in ASAP. I should have actually checked Ocon's time to compare it to. I kind of just didn't. I am expecting the grip to be a little bit better now as well because we've had a fully dry session rather than being a little bit dry followed by a lot of raining. Yeah, there is a lot more grip on track. Jeez Louise, that is fast. Make our way up through Rouge. 31.4 for first sector. Usually I do end up setting the fastest first sector purely because I have a lot of straight line speed. And actually, do I have enough fuel? I've got 0.9 and I've just passed the first sector. We do go purple overall, which is very encouraging. I could have a pretty smelly 2 and 3 and I'll still be well into SQ2. But I might actually end up running out of fuel before I get to the end of the lap, which means I'll be knocked out because I don't have enough time for a second run. Yeah, that's going to be a bit on the edge. Oh, ignore that. Oh, and that. Just, yeah, no one cares. I tried turning in where I was in practice, but because of the extra grip, I was actually able to do it a lot later. Fair play. Sector 2 coming through. It's not going to be purple, but doesn't need to be. 1.7 seconds up, and I've got quite a lot of overtake to use to make our way down the back straight, which ain't really a straight, but it's flat out, so I called it a straight. So it's a 45.6 for Sergio Perez. I've completely cocked up the bus stop chicane and Sector 3 in general, to be honest, but it is going to be a 43.3 to almost go on provisional sprint pole. Wait, that's not how that works. You know what I'm trying to say. It's half a tenth off first. And I've got no fuel left. Let's get back to the garage before we run out. Good idea. Okie doke, yeah. Easily through. Fastest sector 1 and 3 with loads more time in there. I like it. Bit wild to think that after this weekend I'll already be... Hang on, wet weather, we need to get out the pits now, go. Even if the rain and that doesn't come in, I can't take the risk, we need to get that lap in. But yeah, it's crazy to think that after this stream, I'll already be halfway through the first season. Granted, it has taken a while. It's taken, like, what, 2 weeks? But it just feels like it's going by really fast. Although, of course, I will have to up the amount of streams I'm doing if I actually want to make it far into this career mode. I'd say there's probably 2 to 3 months before the 26 DLC comes out. And, of course, I will still be doing my 25 career modes. But I will probably start a 26 career mode because it's 2026. It's the DLC. It's what everyone's been waiting for, you know? I don't know what, I might do a Cadillac Road to Glory, to be honest. That sounds pretty cool. If not overdone already, but we move. SQ2, the rain is falling. Oh, I just filed my lips then. But yeah, I still feel like we can put a decent lap in. Definitely good enough for SQ3. Just got to keep it clean and steady, you know? That's all you really got to do these days. Just put the clean lap in, hit your apexes, get the braking points, and we'll be good. Now, I'll probably end up setting 3 purple sectors purely because no one else has done a lap yet, so that doesn't actually mean anything. And yeah, the rain is definitely having an effect already. It's only been falling for a few minutes, and yeah, I can feel it. I am feeling a bit on the slippy side, a bit on the low grip side. We're doing all right. Doing better than all right, to be fair. We're flying. 46.5 for Lando, so that is actually the fastest Sector 1, because Lando, you'd think, is probably the top car, apart from maybe the Ferraris. So the fact I've gone purple against that is encouraging. Now, I usually go green in Sector 2, not purple, because the AI just have more downforce, so obviously in a part of the track full of corners, they're going to be quicker, that's kind of obvious. But that's still good. It's been a very nice, clean lap. Brake a little bit on the early side. I don't want to completely overdone it, and I actually nearly did as well. Yeah. Whoa, shocking exit. It's a 48.3, so it's actually not a very good lap. Not just because of the time. Obviously, the time's going to be bad. It's mixed conditions, but it's only P5 or P6 now. Ooh. That's going to be a bit hairy. Do I have other streams where I drive GT3? Oh no, I play exclusively F1. I don't do anything else. I'll be honest, I do own games like Assetto Corsa, but I just don't like them, to be fair. F1 is the only motorsport I like. It's the only cars I like. I don't like GT3. I don't like Le Mans. I'll watch it, but I don't, like, I'm not invested in it like I am with F1. So no, this channel, I mean, hence the name, it's F1 and F1 only. I was thinking about doing some Forza Horizon 6, but no. Right. Have I done enough to get through? I think I have. No one's going to improve, as it is now wet conditions, which means Oscar Piastri is actually going to get knocked out in 16th, as is Leclerc, who was first in SQ1. So that is 2 of the big heavy hitters for qualifying getting knocked out in SQ2. And we make it through in P6, 1.8 seconds off. I don't understand how I was so far off, considering I went out the pits almost as soon as the session starts, but there you go. On to SQ3. And it is going to be wet, but it is drying. I don't have enough time for 2 runs, so I'm just going to wait until about 3.5 minutes. And if it's dry, if it's wet, then I'm going to make sure to up my downforce. And I think it is going to stay wet, so I think we'll just go for the wet setup, which is going to be about 10 aeros, sod it. Hang on, wait, quick. Ow. Poo. No! Quick! I don't think this will change much, but I might as well. Let's go. F1 is so bad, GT3 is better. Well, I disagree, but it's called an opinion for a reason. We're all entitled to one. Banana Eclair. I mean, to be fair, I feel like just saying Charles Leclerc works better because a banana is, like, obviously a healthy food. So it doesn't really work for a fat joke, but I suppose the fact it's food full stop does kind of make sense. I don't mind it. It's also quite heartbreaking to know that the track is currently dry. Probably dry enough for slicks, and yet I'm on inters. Oh well, we're off for SQ3. Can we put in a decent lap and maybe breach into the top 5? Who knows? Honestly, it's all kind of gone wrong because, yeah, like I said, it's definitely good enough for dry tyres at this stage, which would have meant an immediate pole position for me. That would have been the freest pole ever. I could have drove at a slug's pace and still got pole. But oh well, we move. Qualifying is complete. It is a purple sector 1, but that is usually the case. That has happened in all 3 sprint qualifying so far. Oh, I've gone on the exit curb. I wish they'd changed that curb. I know it's to punish people for going too wide, but I feel like they should just make that curb just a normal flat one. So you still get the punishment for going over, but it's like the one at Jeddah. When you go over that curb, you're finished, your lap's over. I feel like they should make it so you can dip a wheel into the gravel, but it doesn't mean your lap is immediately done. You know what I mean? Speaking of laps, this one has been shocking. Using inters in dry conditions is certainly a choice, but to be fair, the MFD on the game said it was wet. The game didn't recommend me to change tyres. Well, saying that though, I have set 2 purple sectors. Could using the inters in the dry still work purely because everyone else has done their laps in the wet? We come round the bus stop chicane, really nice braking. I've run out of overtake, but is it going to be enough? It's going to be a 52... Oh, well. Why do I even bother talking? Oh, yeah, this lap's bad. Yeah, it gets pole by 2.5 seconds. It's just what I do. Forgot to also put on me this. There we go. Well, there you go. Sprint pole for Danny Rick. My first pole position. It's a bit of a sad way to get it, because I've basically just not cheated, but... Well, the AI don't do second runs, so I just wait until the end. But I take it. Pole. Hey. Yeah. No comment, to be fair. I should have actually really thought about it properly and thought, hang on. I'm in dry conditions where obviously the inters are bad, but the inters are better than inters in the wet. It's still going to be faster. But we take sprint pole. Importantly as well, because the race is dry, meaning if I have got any sort of dry pace, we're starting from the best position, although as we know from many years, starting first isn't always good. Shout out, here comes Sebastian Vettel. I tell you what, mate, Dark, you mentioned banana. I ain't eaten since I woke up at like 8 PM last night. I am starving, and we've got bananas. I bought bananas. Oh, I need one. I can't know. We're too locked in. So obviously we do have the sprint race. The sprint race is I'm not really bothered how it's going to end. It's like a 5-lap race, and the points just aren't worth my time. But we'll do it anyway, of course, and I'm gonna try my best, obviously. But I'm just saying, if I end up crashing and I just don't finish, I'm not bothered.
What you can do. Don't let me down.
Thank you, Mark. Right, let's make sure I switch back to the dry setup, which is, of course, going to be upping that, lowering that, and also change my aero back down to 4. And we can lock in for the formation lap. I'm considering turning the formation lap off or put it onto broadcast, but I kind of like it. It's, you know, it builds up a bit of nerves, especially if it's like a title race or something, and gives me a chance to make sure my settings are right, make sure everything's working, and we can move, you know? Where is everyone? I'm not going that quick. I'm doing 240. I've always found that funny that obviously right now I'm doing 240. It's like really slow. And yet for a normal car, or if I was in real life, or for the safety car, that's like rapid. Although I'm pretty sure the safety car can hit about 300 kph. So someone needs to fact check me on that. I'm not too sure. Now thinking about it, this is only gonna be what, the 4th lap I've done in dry conditions around here. Practice was mixed conditions, the sprint was mixed conditions, and then fully wet. So, I don't really have a lot of practice. Yo, can everyone, like, speed up? I'm driving really slow, and yet Russell ain't even at Poo-on yet. Come on, lock in! I might just skip the formation lap, to be honest. Actually, I'll warm up my tyres, and then I'll skip it, and then we'll just get into it. I do like how you can park up to the grid yourself, but the advantage is probably so little that one decent race start makes up for it, you know? Alright, go. Okay, let's lock in. Belgium Grand Prix sprint race, here we go! 5 lights are on, and we're off. Very quick to get the lights out. Bit of a sluggish start, but it is going to be enough to hold the lead into turn 1. I've gone a little bit deep. Verstappen's going to try and get me on a switchback, but he can't, and we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Verstappen in the Red Bull Jaguar gets up to 2nd, but no chance, Sonny. I'm gone. And Ricciardo maintains the lead. Also, I completely forgot to mention, in 2 hours from now at 12 p.m. British time, I've got a video featuring Ricciardo, not the career mode, something completely different, coming to the channel. It's a 10-race season in one video. It's very nice. You should give it a watch when it drops. Took me 2 weeks to make, so it better be worth it. We're moving back to the sprint race. Oh, big step of oversteer. But we do lead. We've already broken the 1 second barrier. Safety car top speed is 312. That's actually quite impressive. You gotta think, I know it's like obviously built for racing, but it's a heavy car. It ain't really aerodynamic, so fair play. Although, what is 312 in miles? Because I don't even know kilometers. I only put kilometers because it's a bigger number and looks faster. I tell you what, Verstappen's really pulled back in this 2nd sector. But to be fair, the 2nd sector doesn't really matter because, as you can see, I just use a little bit of battery and I'm gone in the 3rd sector, meaning he can't get DRS. Because the only point he catches up, there ain't no detection point. So, round the bus stop chicane for lap numero 1 is going to see Daniel Ricciardo lead. Not for the first time. I did get my first pole in the sprint, but it's not my first time leading a race this season. Of course, last stream at Austria, I actually won the race. So there you go. Really would like to just get into a rhythm and just go and win. But I know Verstappen ain't going to let me do that easy, you know? He's going to make my life troublesome. Well, at least he hope he does, because that's kind of the point of Max Verstappen. We do have Lando and Sainz fighting behind me, so that should give me a little bit of clear air to them, and it should just be between me and Max until the end. It's like old teammates now put together as rivals. 193. Oh, I thought it was way more than that. I thought that was like 210. Okay, that's still fast, obviously. Just not as fast as I originally thought. Oh, a little bit of gravel. I knew that was too ambiguous on the exit. I knew I was going to go off. All good. So that's the thing, look, the gap is 0.7 or 0.6 right now, but it should be back up to a decent margin by the end of this straight, although it's not really going up that much. Uh-oh. Verstappen is managing to hold on. Not good. 0.8. Okay, I've got the gap up to a second, but with Max taking the fastest lap and me hitting the wall on the inside of turn 1, that is not going to bode well for me. 0.8 now. Realistically, even if he's in DRS, I should have the straight line speed to just cruise off into the distance, even with Verstappen having DRS. And that's exactly the case, alright? So it looks like basically all I've got to do is have my ERS off, or none, throughout the entirety of Sector 2, and then Sector 3 and 1, I just put it on hot lap, and then I'm basically not overtakeable. Alright, lovely, let's do that. Oh. Can never get that corner right. I think it's because there isn't a distinct, like, turning in point. It's just guess and hope. Happy streaming, you alright, mate? I'll be having a good morning. Or, well, like I said earlier, it might not be morning for some of you watching. Oh, I've gone off again. Oh, what an absolutely egregious lap so far. It's put Max right back into the picture. He's there. There he is. Why is he? I'm surprised he's going for an overtake. I'm surprised he's got the straight line speed to go for an overtake. 0.2, he's a bit too far back to go for it. But he is going to have DRS. He will have DRS basically until turn 3. But the question is, do I have enough to hold him off? Through turn 1. Good exit. Still getting the braking wrong, but all good. See, Abu Rose and Radion is where I gain a bit of time on the AI. It seems like they don't take it flat out, which is a bit weird. As you can see, I just gained 2 tenths, just like that. He will still have DRS, I believe, but it's just not enough, and we can just vibe. It is a bit of a shame, really, because I can see myself holding this position for a full race. But unfortunately, this is only a sprint, so of course, even if I do continue to hold off Max and win, it's only 8 points, which is good, because I've won something, but at the same time, well, it's just not worth it. It's the same as finishing 6th in a Grand Prix, which, if it stays dry in the Grand Prix, is almost a given, unless something goes catastrophically wrong. But of course, it's not. The game says it's going to be mixed conditions. Oh, a little bit wide. Just gotta hope it's dry for the most part. If it's majority dry, then it's fine, you know? What is going on with me today? There's just like a really weird lack of concentration. Well, not even concentration, because usually I don't need to concentrate, but it's like I just keep forgetting to turn. It's really strange. I do get it sometimes. Where it's like my brain and arms just aren't together. In fact, that's most days, to be fair.
With tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Thanks for the update, Mark, but I'm locked in. I suppose this is a good test for tyre wear as well. See if the tyres are any good. Currently sitting at mid-20s after 5 laps. It's about 5% a lap. It's not bad. It's not great, though. Right, Mr. Chip, nice name. I do like a chippy, I do. I ain't had one for about 5 years, but I like them nonetheless. Now, I tell you what, track position is really just so important around Spa, isn't it? Because, I mean, to be fair, I still feel like I've got... If I had DRS, I still feel like I'd get past Max, but the fact that he's constantly within my DRS, but can't even get close enough. Like, he can't even go for a lunge. He's not that. He's just not in the same league of straight line speed that I've currently got. You can also see as well just how far ahead me and Max are compared to the other drivers. 3.7 seconds back to Lando Norris. Meanwhile, me and Max are only split by 0.2. It's literally, it's just us. No one else is even in the same hemisphere right now. But this race is basically just management so far. I'm feeling zero pressure from Verstappen. Anytime I go off, it's just because of me. It's not because Max is like, oh, scary. $24 or $23? It's $25, mate. You wouldn't see me on 24 if you're referring to the F1 games, that's for sure. 24 was not good. Although, in my opinion, 23 is the best F1 game ever made. So, with 25 in a close second. Max is always the fastest, but none of the AI have good overtaking. That is true. The AI don't, like, brake late. They don't go around the outside. They don't really do any sort of racing. It's basically DRS passes, and that's... Oh, Janelli. Driving absolutely egregiously right now in this sprint. I need to seriously lock it in for the Grand Prix, or we're going to be in some serious trouble. The fact that Max hasn't had a go at me there, and I've actually managed to maintain the lead, is very impressive, because I realistically should have lost it there and then. And I continue to extend my gap over Norris as well, so it just shows that it is actually just Max and me being fast, not them squabbling or things like that. I'm only 0.3 down on my best lap, though, even with that mistake, which is quite impressive. Two laps remaining, and it is going to be very difficult to keep Max back at this stage. I'm running low on battery. The tyres feel okay, but Max clearly has better pace, and more importantly, isn't making mistakes, unlike myself. So we'll just have to see. That was a nice exit, 0.4. I wonder why the AI used so much battery after turn 1. It just doesn't work, because by the time we get to here, I've got the advantage now and I'm just gone. Let's see, 0.5. Even if I turn my overtake off, Max only gains by about half a tenth. That is how much straight line speed advantage I've got right now. It's pretty incredible. Now, of course, preferably I would like to have a full tank of overtake for the final lap. That is when Max is going to absolutely dump it and give it everything he's got to try and nick this win off me. But to be honest, I'm kind of feeling too composed. Like, I'm just not pressured by Max at all, as I was saying. Although I won't lie, hearing his Ford behind me, or his Red Bull, whatever engine it's got, I don't remember anymore. It's not a great sound. It is a little bit scary. But overall, this is fine. Very manageable. You can't look for a move. It's just simply not enough room for it. Go up to the bus stop. Round the final corner to begin the final lap of the race. This is where we need a good lap and just good ERS management. If we do that, then we will be hunky-dory for a Grand Prix, or actually not a Grand Prix, a sprint race win. For a grand total of 8 points. Wow, how incredible. Now, I think what I'm going to do is we're actually going to use a lot of overtake down this first straight. So that's what Max does. Keep it flat through rally on even after my tyres have aged a good bit. And now I should be able to leave it on hot lap until the end of the race. With Max catching quite a lot, but it's just not enough for him. And now, realistically, he's only got, unless I make a mistake, he's only got one overtaking place left, which is, of course, into the bus stop chicane. But if I just don't let him, then we'll be good. Looking for a potential gap around Poo-on. There ain't one there though, Max, so you're going to have to try a bit harder than that, son. Now, I think because he's so close, I am just going to leave the overtake on none. Get an extra few percentages for that final dash to the line. And then here, got the exit. Very clean lap so far. Now we can go all the way down to about 50. And just hope we've got enough. Max is catching. And now I'm starting to pull away. I think his battery's gone. And we are starting to build the gap. This has been, I don't know really, an interesting sprint. Max has been up my arse from start to finish. But after winning in Austria, Daniel Ricciardo is going to take the win in the sprint at Spa. I like it. That's good.
Excellent drive. The whole
that was
team
nice.
worked especially hard this
Apart
weekend,
from
and that, my
going
friend,
off
is a
on every lap.
fantastic reward. Well done.
That's... Why is that happening? It's an interesting bug. It's like... For some reason, Checo and Bottas, their bodies and names are switched. Very strange, but there you go. It's a sprint race win for Danny Rick by 0.7. I finished 5 seconds ahead of Norris, so the pace was there. It's just Max was also driving unbelievably. Half a second quicker than me in the fastest laps. And I was half a second quicker than anyone else. There was only 3 drivers to get in the 45s. And I was, yeah, that's quite crazy. So the standings... After an 8 points for Danny, is going to see me on 65. Okay, 11 behind Hamilton. Where did Hamilton finish? That's actually quite good. Okay, fair play. Ocon still with just 2 points in the sprint. I finished 15 seconds ahead of him. So basically 2 seconds a lap quicker than Ocon from start to finish. Constructors, we're on... Nice. We are 13 ahead of Mercedes. Not bad. I like it. Alright. That was nice. I don't think I could commentate while driving. Honestly, this might sound crazy. I drive worse when I, concentrate, fully. If I put 100% of my focus on the game, I find myself, trying too hard and over-driving. Whereas when I'm commentating and I'm focusing on commentating and, streaming and that, I feel like I'm like Fernando Alonso. I put enough to the game, but not too much, where I end up in, a bit of a flow state. I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, I'd start my recording up because we are now going to head into qualifying for the Belgian Grand Prix, and it seems like it is going to be mixed conditions. It's going to be, dry. 4Q1 with rain. Oh, okay, never mind, it's wet. I lied. Okay, fine. Gotta make sure to change my setup so it's a bit more wet weather friendly. Of course, tyre pressures, brake bias, I can all change under Parc Ferme. I'm gonna lower this for the race if it's dry, and also gonna increase that to there. Make sure the fuel, I'm gonna go a bit higher on the fuel just so I don't run out. And yeah, we're locked in. So, we're gonna do 2 runs in Q1 if necessary. If my first run's good enough, then obviously I won't do a second one. Leclerc has put in an absolute beamer. 6 tenths quicker than anyone else. 3 purple sectors. Cadillac drivers in the top 10. I think what we should do with these, you know, their names. I feel we should go by their names rather than their avatars. So rather than switching them here, I think that's Perez, even though he's got Bottas's head. Ocon is currently... Oh, he's not done a lap yet. Okay, fair play. I suppose we go out as well. Get this first lap in under wet conditions. I'm feeling a bit nervous. I am no good in the wet. I never have been. I probably never will be. But we'll just have to see how it goes. You never know without trying. And again, this seems like it's dry conditions. So I might end up having to do a lap on softs at the end. But the game keeps doing this to me. It keeps lying about the conditions. It said in sprint qualifying that it was like inters and didn't recommend me to go onto the softs. And yet the conditions were exactly the same as this. So we'll just have to see how we get on. Bit of front locking. All good. Honestly, now that the track is near enough dry, I can probably lower my brake bias a fair bit. Could still go flat through erosion ramp. Never mind, no you can't. You can, if you're not awful at the game, that is. It's also interesting to see the Cadillac drivers drop down to 18th and 19th. When they were in the top 10 with everyone else doing a lap. Ocon isn't in the bottom 5 though, which is quite encouraging. Hopefully he's not, you know, 17th and he's actually up there. We need Ocon to up performances because he has been shocking ever since round 2, or even round 1. Round 1 he was good. Got into Q3, out-qualified me, albeit I did make a mistake. And he had a pretty awful race, but it wasn't bad. Since then, it has been absolute annihilation from me in every metric, and I don't think Ocon has had a single Q3. So, we need Ocon to step it up. But on my lap right now, should be more than good enough to get into Q2 currently, because it's not really raining anymore. But, if it does go onto softs, obviously we're going to have to do a second run, which I should still have enough pace anyway. Honestly, I just want to see if I can beat my sprint quali time, which was in basically the same conditions. That was a 51.2, I believe. So I want to see what I can do in the same conditions. Have I improved? 57 for Perez. It's going to be a 51.5 fastest lap overall for Ricciardo, although keep in mind, all of the AI have done their laps in actual wet conditions. Mine was dry on inters, so it is going to be faster. What's important to look out for is, are we now going to do a lap on the softs? I think we do. I think that's exactly what we do. So we're going to move on to the dries. We're going to lower the aero to 5. We're going to up the brake bias to 53. We're going to increase the tyre pressures all the way up. And we now lock in. What tyre did I... Oh, it was that tyre. Ugh. Okay. What do you mean lifespan 4 laps? I think the mediums could do a bit more than that. Come on, EA. Right, so it's now important to do this lap on the softs. It is fully dry conditions, meaning I'm going to start dropping down that order quick. As you can see, every driver is now out. On the track, every driver on the soft tyres. So this is basically a one-shot quali to get through. I don't think my lap will need to be that good. Obviously, I only have to out-qualify the bottom 6. So it should be reasonable, but I still have to go and put the lap in, of course. I've completed an objective. Well done, everyone. Oh, I'm in the wrong gear. Oh, well. Already 7 tenths up. Should gain a lot more through a road, but it's obviously comfortably flat. There we go. Another 2 tenths found. 44.5 for Checo Perez. Look at that. What a driver. So that's the benchmark, really. If I can beat that, then I should be through quite easily. 43.5 for Isaac Hadjar. We're seeing the lap times tumble as we are now into the fully dry conditions. The sun is shining. And if it stays like that for the rest of qualifying, we could be on for a very handy result. 42.7 for Leclerc. That is pretty lively. The drivers are seriously locked in. But so am I, to be fair. Lovely lap so far. 1.2 seconds up on Lawson. And now I should be gaining even more time on them because of my superior straight line speed. Make our way into the bus stop. Not good braking at all, but it'll do. Around the final corner. And across the line to set a 43.2. So, half a second off Leclerc's fastest time. But it is going to be a P2 in Q1. So we are 3. I like it. Nice stuff. You alright, Fredster? Yeah, that is a crazy lap by Leclerc, by the way. That is outrageous. How'd Ocon get on? Well, he's gone in Q1. Albeit, I mean, only by 60 milliseconds, but still, if I'm putting it in P2, the fact Ocon's getting knocked out, this is the thing. It's not like I'm outperforming a bad car. Our car is 5th quickest. That means, at minimum, we should be getting in the top 10 in every session. I'm doing that easily. Ocon is getting bottom 5s. What's going on? Oh, it's all gone. I broke it. Oh no. Alright, welcome to SQ2. Not SQ2. Q2. This is just normal quality. Honestly, I might even. Okay, let's not. Wait. Did I just not? Okay, I guess I didn't do a lap on soft, so I don't know what that's about. Okay. Intriguing. That was nice. I don't know if I could. Oh wait, I've already read that comment. Well done, dickhead. Right, similar sort of lap, basically getting the 43s, and we'll be fine. Pretty much, that's all I've got to do. Honestly, I might have exited the pits a bit too late as well. I don't think I can fit another run in, so this is going to have to be a lap good enough. But honestly, I'm feeling very confident, and my lap doesn't even have to be good. It can actually be quite smelly, and yeah, it'll be enough. I'm noticing my game's doing a lot of stuttering, and my FPS is on the low side, so I don't know what's going on there. I might have to tweak some graphics settings, but yeah, it doesn't seem too healthy. It's currently running at about 112. It should be running at 140. So, yeah, I'm going to have to fiddle with that after this, but all good. $31.3 for Bottas. I have done a 30.7, so 6 temps up. No, it's not good. I hate that corner so much. Like I said earlier, they really need to just replace it with a flat curb, so that if you do go wide, you do go in the gravel. That's punishment, but your lap isn't over. If you go over that curb, usually, on any other circuit, a curb like that means your lap's done. No, ignore that. Technically, that wasn't track limits, that's all I'm saying. Car feels a lot grippier now. I wonder if that's because it's dried up a bit. I'm not too sure, but this is electric. So it's a 44.7 for Valtteri Bottas. And we are going to set a 43.3, so almost the identical lap, a 10th off, P4 overall, not great, but easily enough for Q3, so Bob's your uncle. Right, now let me quickly go with my graphics settings and see what is going on here. So let me check my OBS first of all. None of this looks out of the ordinary. Everything's kind of, you know, dialed in. Where's my task manager? I mean, it's high, but it's not that high. It should be tanking my FPS down to 110. No, not that one. Graphics settings, here we go. Right, let's lower. Post-process. Lighting quality can be on low. That stays high. Skid marks, put that... the thing is, though... See, ironically, I actually, like, use skid marks to tell me where to brake. So I might have to leave that on high. Put that on medium. We'll see if that helps out the FPS, but yeah, it's looking a bit ropey. Anyway, Q2, that should be... It's not a great lap. I mean, it's 2 tenths off. It's not bad. But it should be more than good enough for Q3, and it is. So that is 7 qualifyings, 6 Q3s. Unfortunately, Silverstone, I did miss out on Q3 by about 12 milliseconds, which was extremely tough.
Bear with us a few minutes. I'm afraid we're losing hydraulic pressure. There's a leak somewhere in the system, so just sit tight for a bit.
Why do you keep stuttering? Don't know what that's about. Okay, I've upped my downforce a bit. I feel like that's going to help me through Sector 2. Clearly, my straight line speed is just good. Also, if I reckon a top 4 is the max. Actually, no, I'm lying. Top 2 is the maximum. I can do a 42.9 if I do a really good lap. However, top 5 is, like, more than reasonable if I did the same lap I did in Q1 or Q2, it's a top 4. So, it's more than reasonable to think I can repeat those actions and do that again. Also, keep in mind, obviously, I have got increased downforce, so I'm hoping that means I can find a bit more time in Sector 2 on everyone else, basically. And here we go, then. Q3, what can we fight for? At Belgium, let's bleeding have it! As we go across the line to start the lap. Braking into turn 1, it's a little bit... No, actually, it's perfect, I was lying. Nice exit, that was bloody gorgeous. Now, just like in qualifying so far, I'm not going to use overtake. Down this straight, my straight line speed is more than good enough to the point where I don't need it. And I'll probably still end up setting the fastest Sector 1. So it's just not necessary. And there it is, purple Sector 1 for F1 Crim. It's a horrible turn 2, or whatever number that is. That's not bad though, right on the edge of the curb, but not over it, which is the important detail. We now go through this right-hander. I tell you what, the car feels bleeding hooked up, it does. She feels lovely. On absolute flames right now. Send it basically flat out through Pouon. This is a good lap so far. Go and girl. Into the braking of whatever corner number this is. That is also bloody gorgeous. Right on the apex, or on the grass a little bit, but the exit's there, so it's all right, recovered. Oh, it's still a bit wide. Exit's okay. It's going to be 6 tenths up on Verstappen. That's pretty good. Oh. I didn't like a couple of those corners, but we're still on a decent lap. Make sure I don't run out of overtake. Braking really deep, but it's absolutely beautiful braking from Fat Crim. We crossed the line.
Yes, excellent lap. We're all very, very pleased with that one. Nice work. Come on, I'll see you back in the pits.
Don't mind me, I'm just trying to find out where that lap came from. Can't find it. I mean, I knew the bus stop braking was good, but I mean... Am I missing something? Oh, I am. I'm looking. So who would have got pole here? If Leclerc done that sector, he would have been what? One. No, that still wouldn't have been. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, Daniel Ricciardo, aka me, takes pole position for the Belgian Grand Prix with a lap that I can't exactly describe because I thought it was okay, but I thought it was like top 4. Like a 42-1, 42 dead. It was half a second quicker, more than half a second quicker than that. Alright. We now head into the Grand Prix. Hopefully, it's majority dry and not wet, because that would be devastating. If it's wet, then all of my hard work immediately goes out the window. Everything I just worked for in qualifying, getting that really good pole, is gone. Bye! You know? So we are begging, we are praying it stays dry. And if it's gonna rain, do it at the end where hopefully I've built a bit of a gap, you know? I can't quite believe that quali lap. I am stunned. What's the weather looking like? Oh no, that's really bad. Is that full wet conditions? Oh, Nelly. Okay, luckily for me, I've got track position. So, I might be alright, but this is going to be a very long, tough, tricky Grand Prix. This is going to be very tough. And it's not going to...
I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
It's full wets. Am I crazy? You know what? I'm doing something crazy. But I actually think this could work. See, the thing is, if it does get dry... Okay, I need to think about this. Right, so... It's going to stay raining. Heavy rain for the opening 5 laps. It's then going to get dry at around lap, what? 14, 15. So, if I do a 2-stopper on the inters and I go from inter, dry, if it doesn't dry, then my strategy's kind of buggered. So I think what I do is I stay on this strategy, the 11-11, but... Actually, no. We'll stop 1 lap earlier. And then hopefully it actually ends up drying, which means that, well, by the end, we'll be good. Okay, next up, changing the downforce. We're going to go high downforce on the fronts. We are going to increase the brake bias to quite high, and we're also going to massively lower the tyre pressures, not by too much to the point where if it dries I'll be cooked, but enough to the point where it's like, well, I'm not going to die, basically. And we are ready for the Belgian Grand Prix. Here we go. Formation lap underway. Now, this could go horribly wrong for me. If it stays, like, if it's like this and I don't have pace on the inters, then I'm kind of cooked. I've taken a massive gamble here to go for the inters over the full wets like everybody else. I just got to hope that there's sort of a dry line that shows up fairly quick, or a drying line. I don't like all this stuttering I'm getting, though. It's really not fun, but oh well. I wish we would, like, keep up a little bit. Like, I'm driving really slow, and yet they're miles back. I should probably lower my differential as well to try and save my tyres. Obviously, my tyres are going to be absolutely cooked very quickly. They get cooked anyway in inter conditions, but this is wet conditions. It's like 2021 all over again, huh? Should probably test how good the brakes are. So I'm gonna go like full power into that corner. Simulator's about as close as you'll get to driving in Formula 1. Good luck. Hey, same to you, mate. You probably don't even have a simulator, so you're further back than me. But yeah. You never know. Williams could hit me up. Yeah, you want to come around Silverstone for a knockabout in like a whatever car they've got? You never know. But I think we're on for a good race, mate. I think we're on for good. I've never driven in full wet conditions. Fun fact. Like, ever. Genuinely, this is the first time ever. But it can't be that bad, can it? Surely it's just dries but slow. You know? Okay, I'm just going to drive. I can't be bothered waiting. Look how far back they are. Alright, is this flat out? Ew. I mean, yeah, but no. Okay, the braking's a little bit earlier. Good to know. About a mile from McLaren, so I hear and see the car. That sounds really cool. Do they even drive cars, though? They're doing all secret testing. Sounds pretty cool, though. I've got a motorway, so I just hear a load of trucks. Nice. Alright, parked up. Now we've got to wait for about 46 years. All good.
Up now. Be patient and watch for those lights.
I think the closest thing I live to is Silverstone, and yet that's still like 30 miles away. It's quite tough. Anyway, we need to dial it in. We've got cars lining up. Leclerc and Hamilton right behind me. And remember, I've taken a massive gamble here, starting on the Inters. Every other driver on the full wets. So we'll see how it goes. I have no idea. Could go very wrong. They have a test track underground. Yeah, of course. Shout out McLaren tunes. Anyway, we're about to get underway for the Belgian Grand Prix, and we're off. And oh, it's very sluggy. It's not a bad start though. We are going to hold the lead into turn one, but whoa, that is slow. I'm on grip up. Go on. Okay. I've maintained the lead through turn one. It was a little bit on the Dodgemans, but I've done it. Oh, gotta be careful through roads not to, die. And we're off. Leclerc's going to try and challenge me. He's got a much faster car down the straight, it seems, but no, I'm pulling away now. Hamilton's looking for the move around the outside as well. Very scary. I've gone off a little bit. Whoa! Okay, this is going to be a tough race. The car is sliding all over the gaff, and whoa! Okay, honestly, this is really bad, but I think once it starts to dry just a little bit, I'll be fine. Yeah, this is sketchy. Oh. Good luck. Thanks, mate. I'm trying my best, as always. And yeah, keep in mind, this is my first time in the full wet conditions, and I'm not even on the right tyre, so it's even worse for me. And it just kind of seems like it's not really working so far, to be honest. I'm ahead, sure, but well, I'm not exactly pulling away, am I? In fact, it's the opposite. They're catching me, you know? We go around turn one. Not turn one. Don't know why I said turn one. We move around the final corner, and we do lead the Grand Prix, but
Esteban is in the pits.
What? What on earth has happened there? Okay. Every single driver has come into the pits. Except, like, one, which is Lindblad. Okay. Not sure I've ever seen that before. little Hungary 2021 job. Except, unlike Hamilton, I'm actually on the right tyre. So the gamble was already paid off as I have a 22-second lead. However, one thing I'm quite worried about is I feel like they're going to catch me really fast, you know? Because I'm not good at driving in these conditions, as you can see. I feel like I'm just not going to have the pace. But as long as I just keep my overtake up, and I should just have the straight line speed to just stay in front anyway, you know? Imagine if I actually had pace, though. The gap I could be pulling right now would be generational. You can see Piastri, he's gaining by well over a second already. You right, Mini? Oh, no. So in about, what, 9 to 10 laps, mate? Oh, not even that. Could be actually way less than that. They're going to be right up my arse, ready to challenge again. I just don't really have grip. I'm trying to exit, and yeah, it's just not really working for me. Lindblad now pits as well, so that means everyone has pitted except me.
There's about 10 more minutes of this race.
Thanks for the update, Mark. That is actually very good to know because I was hoping to pitch straight from the inters onto the slicks. So that should work out quite good. Right, Formula Eagle. Hope you're doing good, mate. It's another purple Sector 1, albeit it doesn't really mean anything since Sector 2 is really bad. I've maintained the fastest lap, though. I'm just sort of hoping that maybe the pace gets better. It feels like it's getting better every lap. But they're getting quicker every lap as well, so it kind of doesn't really work. And if anyone's just joined us and you're wondering how I'm 22 seconds ahead in 3 laps, no, I am not playing on zero AI. Everyone made a pit stop from the full wets. So, yeah, that's how we're in this position. Question is, can I actually hold on to it, is the real thing. I seem to actually have recovered the... I'm still losing time, but rather than losing 3 seconds, so far it's only a couple temps. And it seems like I can leave hot lap on pretty much the entire time and not have to worry about running out. I'm doing good, Eagle. I'm doing good, mate. Good race so far. Fuck, I'm bloody starving now, I'll tell you. Haven't eaten all day, but oh well.
Okay, I think we're still in the right tyres for the time being.
Yeah, Mark, me too. Don't worry, boss. And I don't know if it's just me, but has the rain already stopped? No, okay. Another fastest lap for Danny Rick. How Piastri hasn't taken that fastest lap yet is actually astounding to me, because he should have done it about, well, 17 years ago, to be fair. Oh, there you go, well done. So he's 6 tenths quicker than me, but that's it. That's not a lot. You know, that's fine, that's manageable. It should last until the end of the race if you need to. Yeah, not with my tyre not with my tyre management though, that's for sure. The strategy really, ideally, would just go inters, it dries, I go on to dries, my pace is electric. Keep in mind, my dry pace, I am the fastest in the dry. So, the quicker it gets dry, the better, realistically. You can already see the dry line starting to appear. Tyre wear check is... The rears are struggling as always, because I'm useless at keeping check on my rear tyres. I can't do it, to be honest. But it's not bad at all. In fact, I might be able to up this to there. And we are getting quicker every lap, which means, of course, we should have a dry race fairly soon. It would help if it stopped raining. That would accelerate the process, but I feel okay. I feel pretty comfortable. Even with the daunting prospect of everyone catching me really quickly, but they're not really. I mean, even if it's a second a lap, which it isn't, I'm still going to win if there's no more pit stops. You know what I mean? It is true that the inters and wets get tyre wear slowly if it even like remotely decent at saving tyres. I'm not.
Oh, mate, great stuff. You hit that target.
New fastest lap of the race.
For the rest of this race.
Richard, back on. Safety car.
Safety car has been deployed. We need to give
That's
a positive
annoying.
delta here. Slow down and maintain a positive delta.
If that came out 10 seconds earlier, I could have put some fresh inters on and been in a lovely position, but it's all right, to be fair. What is... Oh, no, it's a VSC. I thought it was a... Oh, thank God it's only a... Because I was thinking, actually, I didn't even consider that. If it's a full safety car, everyone's going to be bunched up. But now, obviously, I keep my lead. So, yeah. Actually, that's good. Thank God it's only a virtual. Hang on, it's ending. I need to get going. We'll end then. We'll end then. Okay, hang on. We need to discuss this. I am going to use a flashback. If you don't like that, I'm sorry, but this ain't the stream for you. But usually, I'm pretty sure when it says VSC ending, it's 3 seconds. It's 1, 2, go. That wasn't 3. That was like 7. So I'm calling bullshit at that. Okay. But we'll get back underway nonetheless.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC
Yeah, don't worry, Mark. I'm on it, boss. I'm through. We're all right. My gap actually went up a little bit there, I think, because I took advantage of the VSC. Oh, never mind. It's come back down. All good. I'm shit at ISO and managed to have inters or wets for a whole medium race. That's very commendable. That doesn't happen for me. You know, it could very well be a setup thing. I am running a majority dry setup. I don't know how much the setup can affect tyre wear, but I know in full wet conditions, you run the tyre pressures fairly low. I've got mine near the top because you're supposed to for dries. So that is probably a reason why. Okay, I could be driving a lot faster here. I'm not doing good enough at all. Oh, Nelly, I am losing so much time. Oh, no. It's all gone wrong. I've lost nearly 3 seconds on this lap alone. Don't run any setups. That's probably why, then. Because, obviously, the default setups are going to have tyre wear in mind. Even wet tyre wear. Yeah, that makes sense. I do have wet setups, but of course I was expecting, I wanted to run, well, if I ran a wet setup for quali, which was dry, I wouldn't have got pole, and then I wouldn't be winning now. So it kind of worked, but not really. 59.5 for Lando. That is fast, it's not that fast. You can see the massive dry line appearing, so I should be able to go a lot faster now. But still, like, I just am slow. I think I'm just gonna face back. There's nothing wrong with the tyres or anything, it's just me being crap. Not doing bad by any means, and I'll tell you what, this is going to be dry in the next 5 or so laps. If the rain stays away, then yeah, we're going to be in dries very, very shortly. I mean, this almost feels like dries in a way. But actually, the rain is falling again. Oh, Nelly. And thankfully, I'm not losing as much time. Once again, it's back to a second a lap, which is fine. fastest lap of the race as well, 58.0, although of course people are going to absolutely smash that in just a few seconds time. Probably going to be in the 56s maybe. But that kind of leads to just that AI is too easy. Oh, boss, you've joined at a bad time. No. I started on inters. Everyone else started on full wets. Everyone pitted for inters. I was already on inters. And also, as you can see, they're gaining by a second a lap, so no. Right, Rev. I can see why you might think that, though. You don't really see, you know, that large of a gap in 7 laps, to be fair.
Okay, Mika.
But no, I use 110 on every track. I don't ever think, like, I mean, obviously, if the AI is too easy, I can't do nothing about that. It's on the highest already, do you know what I mean? But yeah. It's a bit like, you know, at Hungary 2021, where Hamilton was on the wrong tyre and he didn't pit. It's like that, but I'm actually on the right tyre, essentially. I was on 50, but no assist, so starting from the beginning. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, I only use ABS. I'm never turning that off, even if someone pays me. I mean, if someone pays me like a couple grand, obviously I would. But yeah, the only assist I used was racing line, and then I've had no racing line for about a week or two, and I can still comfortably on 110. But yeah, no assist from scratch is very tough. Anyone who plays on a controller and is obviously decent, or anyone that doesn't use ABS, immediately have like the utmost respect from me, because I just can't fathom it. I also don't have the patience to learn it, so we move. What happened there? I looked away and my car didn't upshift. I do love the reason, the only reason I've got the fastest lap is because I'm the first one to finish a lap. As soon as, like, everyone else finishes, they immediately smash it. Nice. And there it is, 56 dead for Oscar. Half a second quicker than myself. Hajar then does a 56 dead as well. But, you know, next lap I'll get it back. So, all good. $55.6? Okay, I wonder if Mac's on new inters, because he's actually quite far behind.
Quite soon. Be careful you don't burn out your tyres.
I mean, realistically, I kind of want to burn out my tyres, right? Inters with no tread is basically a slick, so that would actually work out well for me. No? I'd be surprised if F125 even has that feature, but still. The Mark 8 line, it is going to be dries very soon. I mean, I said in 5 laps ago, but you can plainly see the track is drying. Although the rain hasn't stopped, so it ain't going to go dry until that rain stops. When the rain stops, it'll be 2 or 3 laps after that. And I've still got that 16-second advantage, so we're looking alright. Am I planning to jump on Horizon 6? I mean, in my own time, absolutely. Forza Horizon 4, actually no, Forza Horizon 2 is in my favourite games of all time. Easily top 5, top 10, I love that game. I've played all of them. Horizon 5 I didn't like very much, but I still played it. I won't be doing it on stream unless, like, people actually want to see it. But I definitely will play it, I've already pre-ordered it, yeah. Excited. Only thing is though, it was a bit crap really. I pre-ordered it, I bought it, and it was only until after I pre-ordered it I found out that my current wheel and wheelbase isn't compatible with it. And I'm still comfortable playing on a controller, that's fine. It's just obviously I wanted to put it on my wheel as well, so it's kind of tough. I boxed for dries on lap 11, well, it seems like this was the lap. It's still raining, so I wasn't even considering it, but since everyone else is doing it, I think I should as well. And a hard tyre will get to the end. It'll be tricky, but it will. Just gotta hope that they don't catch up too much. Make sure I've got the hard selected. Don't want to pit for new inters at this stage. Weather report. Weather report.
The rain's passing
Thank
now,
you.
so expect it to ease up in the next few minutes. So we should see a dry line starting to form fairly rapidly.
Well, he
so
didn't
make sure
mention
you
it's
cool
going
the
to rain
tyres
again,
down
so
the
I think
straight.
we lock in.
Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now.
Oh, I mean, they're not really gaining on me. Although they have technically only just started the lap. Let's see, actually, now. No, no. I'm actually gaining on them. Hold up a minute. Am I cooking? Excellent news. All right, that's right. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Still gone wrong. Oh, ignore that. I was all flustered. Let me actually do it here, so I've actually got time. Here we go. Lower that. There you go. And then... Oh, my. This is... I always get so overwhelmed when I have to start fiddling in menus while driving. Especially pitting as well. Right. Okay, there we go.
Great stuff,
2
mate.
flashbacks
You hit
in
the
one
target well
race.
there.
What is
Nice
wrong
one.
with me?
Long way
Awful
to go in this
driver.
race, though, so keep your head down.
Although it doesn't bother me. I know it bothers a lot of people though, which is quite odd, but we move. So we pit off the inters, we put on the hards, and, well, Piastri's only gained about half a second on me, so I'm going to well comfortably keep the lead.
That was our last stop. No more
Whoa!
scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Whoa! What's the word on the street of F1 right now? It doesn't feel real, to be honest. There's been a month break between round 2 and 3, or 3 and 4. Between China and Miami was a month. And it's been 3 weeks between Miami and Canada, so it feels like F1 isn't even on right now. It's very strange, but, people say it's really bad, it's crap. I don't care, to be honest. Oh. Yeah, I know that was corner cutting. Listen. I need a lap or two, because this is struggle bus.
Stop cutting the corners. If you keep it up, the stewards
Oh,
are going to give you a
piss off,
penalty.
Mark! I went off once! Oh, this is awful. Oh my, what is going on? Terrible, terrible, terrible conditions. Oh, why can I not do a corner? Oh no. To be honest, mate, mediums would not go this far. Mediums would only do about, what, 8 or 9 laps at most. You got to keep in mind how bad I am at tyre saving, because I just think, well, I'm going to drive faster to go faster, so why would I save tyres? Me and the Haas, we get on really well. We've got a blossoming relationship. We should be fine. I'm just kind of hoping that in like 3 or 4 laps it will actually go to like fully dry conditions, and then I can really start to like get the pace up. So obviously right now the pace is shocking, but in fully dry conditions I will be the fastest on the track, or at least top 3 fastest. It's just actually getting it to fully dry conditions, obviously, which right now we are far from.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Oh, no wonder I put them on like 1 lap ago, mate. 52.8 for Piastri. That is going to be the true fastest lap, because obviously I know, mate, it's a 52.3. So I want to see if I can get anywhere near that. 52.3. Keep that in mind. I mean, it's a fastest sector 1. Oh no, 52.1 now. From how is Max so far down, yet he keeps setting fastest laps? So confused how that's even happened. Oh, turn! Absolutely chronic understeer. Egregious stuff. If I win this race, this will be arguably like the worst win of my entire career. Because this has just been a plethora of mistakes. It's been really bad. Okay, I'm on like... Okay, I'll just wait until I finish the lap. I'm not going to try and do maths, working out my delta to my fastest lap and try and calculate what my best lap's going to be. I'll just drive and do that instead. The gap has gone up a little bit so far, though. Although that is through Sector 1, where... Hang on, no it isn't. Purple Sector 2, we might be back. Hold up a minute. only halfway through the race, keep in mind. Oh, that's an outbreak job there. Oh, Nelly. Alright, I've set a 50 dead, or 53. Ugh. Let's see what Piastri does, though. Obviously, I'm way ahead, so I get that fastest lap. But is Piastri going to beat it? Probably not, but I think Verstappen might. Alright, Piastri doesn't. Hajar doesn't. Leclerc does by a 10th. Okay. That's still not bad, though. I can easily find a I can find a second on this lap if I just don't go off. Like that. 50.1 for Hamilton. Yeah, see, that's what I need. Right up against the curb. That's much nicer. Already a second up, by the way, so that's going to be a 49. I'm in the 49s already. Oh, Nelly. Already, oh, Nelly. And I reckon, as I said, 3 to 5 laps and this track will be fully dry. And then I'm going to really start pulling away. Well, at least I hope so. Anyway. Another purple sector 2. Looking good. I just wish I'd stopped going off at every corner. Just a little bit like there. Like, why am I doing that? Usually I'm quite clean. If I make a mistake, it ends in a crash. Not like that, going on the gravel and things. So gap to Piastri has stayed relatively the same at a 17.8 or 17.9-ish. Are any of them going to compete on my fastest lap of a 48.2? They immediately do. Leclerc sets a 48 dead. Never mind. It's me thinking, you know, maybe I finally got it. Can I just point out, by the way, if I don't bottle this and I win, and I keep the fastest lap somehow, I'll have got a Grand Slam. We just appreciate that. There is a Grand Slam on if I can keep the fastest lap. I have led every lap very comfortably, to be fair. Like, it's not even really been a contest, considering how the opening 3 laps went. Confidence is starting to go up. The track is drying that ever bit more. And now you can see the gap starting to go up. That's what you want to see. Tyre wear is looking decent, only at 10%, which is like nothing. We now start lap number 14 of the Belgian Grand Prix with a 46.8. The next time that the AI have to try and beat. This is like elimination. Well, not really. It's similar though. I mean, I'm the benchmark and everyone's got to try and match it. You're right, Night Hunt. Or Night Hunting Gamer. Cool name. Hope you're doing good, mate. Alright, well finally, unless Max does it, which knowing him he will, I've actually kept the fastest lap, which is nice. And I continue to get even quicker. This is what we need. We are now, I'd say about 80 to 90% there in, you know, to fully dry and like prime dry. Which means I'm going to start pulling away, you know, like the gap's going to go up and my fastest laps are going to get even quicker. The AI have already peaked and I'm still going, you know. I'm locked. I'm doing great, mate. What a race we're having. Look at the state of it. 19 seconds up the road. Come on then. Let's have you, son. I'm another half a second up this lap, by the way, so I'm getting even quicker. Meanwhile, the AI, like I said, they've reached a bit of a stalemate. They're not really improving anymore. 110 is the AI, my friend. And if you're wondering how the gap's so big, on the first lap, I started on inters. Everyone else was on full wets. Lap 2, everyone pitted for inters. So I had a 22, 26 second gap or something. And then I went straight to dry. So I've had one less stop, effectively. Yeah, that's how that happened. Although, as you can see, I had the pace to win anyway. Starting from pole. If it was fully dry, I would have won anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's more so the gap that is the noticeable thing. How have I improved in Sector 1 but it isn't purple? Don't tell me there's someone that's somehow gone quicker. Surely not. That's just unbelievable. Well, to be fair, mate, I've played these games a lot. You know, been playing since 2021. I've got over 2,000 hours on this game. Yeah. Oh, Leclerc's out. Oh. The bloke who was running in, what, third? Is out of the race. That is rough, Charlie. Long day for him. Obviously, he won the Grand Prix in 2019. 26, he's gone. "21-second lead now over Mr. Oscar. Looking really good. We still have 7 laps left as well. By no means over. I mean, a red flag or a safety car could change everything. Although, realistically, I still feel like I just have pace. Another fastest lap for Daniel Ricciardo, which is crazy, considering, like I said, the AI have peaked. And like I said earlier, if I maintain this and I keep the fastest lap, and I win, it might actually be one of my first ever Grand Slams. And I've done it in the 5th best car in a Haas. Well, hosting multiplayer events, I hope so. I keep putting it off because I don't really know how it works, but yeah, one day. Things like open lobbies and maybe even like a league or something, I'm not too sure.
Esteban is in the pits.
Why is Ocon pitting? What strategy is my guy on that he needs to pit again? He's not the only one either. What on earth is happening this race? This race has been so strange because it's just like, for once, everything's kind of worked out in my favour. I mean, the lap 1 thing with me on inters, everyone on wets. And then it drying, which, like I said, I am the fastest in the dry. So that's helped me. It's just like it's a race where, like I said, for the first time ever, things have gone my way, and look what happens. But yeah, I don't actually remember the last time I got a Grand Slam. Obviously, pole position, led every lap, fastest lap. But yeah, I don't know. Usually I'll get 2 of the 3. I'll get a pole and a win, but no fastest lap. Or a win and fastest lap, but no pole. But yeah. What wheel am I using? I'm using the Thrustmaster open wheel add-on with the Thrustmaster T300. The box standard choice. But I've had it for 7 years or so and it's never gone wrong. I would like to upgrade to one of those fancy Fanatec's, but they're just way too expensive, you know. Nearly 23 seconds up the road now. This might also be one of my biggest wins ever, like by margin. especially for a 50% race on 110 AI. I mean, this is my strongest circuit on the calendar compared to the AI, so it makes sense to win, but that sort of gap is outrageous. You don't see that.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15
Oh, yes,
minutes.
I was looking at them. That's the Ferrari wheel now. Well, SF, Scuderia Ferrari. Yeah, I've seen them. I was going to get one, but then someone told me they're really bad, so I didn't. It's also like 300 quid. I don't really... I mean, technically I do. But yeah. I don't know. I might just get that. Because it'll just go... I don't have to buy a wheelbase and it just goes straight in. You know? Tyre wear is looking good, only at the mid-20s. Should comfortably make it to the end of the race. Can we also point out how far ahead I am of 4th? Just the 46 seconds. I can't wait to see the gap I put on Ocon this race, because it is going to be something special to witness. Oh, never mind, spoke too soon. You know what, I'm genuinely considering to pit for brand new softs to take the fastest lap back. You know, I'm going to do that just to get my Grand Slam and ruin Ocon's day. Because I'm not having that. He's on 3 attempts quicker than me by pitting. And if I keep improving by a couple seconds or a couple attempts every lap, that should be doable. It's good. But I think people are referring to, like, the really expensive wheels rather than... I'm not sure, but... Like I said, 300 quid or however much it is ain't really something I can just go and spend and be like, oh, look at that. Let's get that. I do need to think about this, though, because obviously I don't want to bottle the win. But if I pit now, it says I'll still come out first. So obviously lap 21, wait no, lap 20 I need to pit. So I've got one lap and a half to get the largest gap possible to Piastri, pit for softs, nick the fastest lap back. That is the process that we are going to attempt. And just hope that nothing goes wrong and I don't bottle it. I need that Grand Slam. 46 watt, that's not even that much faster. I'm now pushing like crazy. There we go. Okay, 24.3. Should be up to maybe 25 seconds by the time we get into the pit, so... I reckon that's enough for a pit stop, don't you think? Surely. We'll see to readjust the posture because my ass is killing me. Pit on the final lap, the pit finish. That's a great reference to when Jarno Opmir did that and got banned for it or got like disqualified. Or when Michael Schumacher did it and they were like, yeah, we'll let you off. That could actually be aura, though, to pit on the final lap. Just to say, like, sod it. You don't gain anything, it's just to prove how far ahead you were. still 24. I don't like it, but the game says that a 24-second gap would be enough to maintain the lead, so I'm going to trust the game and roll with it. Ocon set... Where is Ocon? Because he set 3 fastest laps in a row. He might be in the points currently. Blood is on a generational drive right now, despite being nowhere near anyone. And getting knocked out in Q1. The Haas strategy coming through for both cars, it seems. What on earth? Realistically, I should be so fast that even if something goes wrong and I lose the lead, I'll just re-overtake Piastri anyway, you know? Oh shit, well, I didn't tell my teams I'm pitting. Oh no, it's all gone wrong. Sorry, that's not legal. I don't care.
Okay, don't worry about that target for now. Let's just focus on this pit stop.
Just kind of forgot there. All good. Alright, soft tyres go on. It's a good stop. We're back into the race.
You'll be able to push sooner once these scrub tyres are up to speed.
They're quite old. So I've got to look after him, and I've got to save overtake for this entire lap. Piastri is going to catch up, but it's not going to be 7 seconds, you know? We'll be fine. Realistically, I thought I should have a spare set of softs, but I suppose, because of the sprint race and all that, well, I don't have any, you know? That's kind of how that works, I suppose. Oh!
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes' time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, Mark, the rain don't really matter. Oh my, I can't drive. The rain don't matter. The race will be over in a matter of minutes. It's all good. Okay, like I said earlier, I'm probably going to end up winning. This will be the worst win I've ever had, but it's also one of the most dominant, because I have driven so appallingly. I've been going off every single lap at some random place. Really frustrating. Alright, now I've got to try and get these tyres to do a fastest lap even though they're used. Why do I feel like that might not even be possible? We're going to give it a good go anyway. We now start the final lap of the race at Spa. It has been one of the more stranger races I've ever done. Pitted at lap 1, starting on the different tyre. Everyone pitted on lap 2, apart from Lindblad, bless him. So I had a 20-second lead for most of the race. Race got dry, ended up with a monstrous lead, and then Ocon decided to try and take my fastest lap off me. Well, I'm not having it. I am now on the soft tyre after making a pit stop, 7 seconds ahead still, and I am now fighting to retake my pole. I believe his lap time was a 46 dead, so I need to improve by 3/10 or more to get that fastest lap. And I tell you what, this car feels electric. I'm already a second up, so we're looking pretty good to take that fastest lap. Although I've gone pretty wide through there, all good. And even though I'm in the 5th quickest car overall, slower than the McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes and Red Bull, I'm going to find myself a 2-time race winner as Danny Rick in Formula 1. Oh, where am I going? I don't know. In Formula 1. This one, they were a lot less dramatic than my first. The one at Austria is one of the craziest races I've ever done. This one was a lot more chill. Good vibes. We come into the bus stop chicane. I've easily done enough to take the fastest lap. We've led every lap. Pole position. Won the race. It's a Grand Slam win for Daniel Ricciardo instead of champs. What a strange race. Ocon gets driver of the day, it makes sense, went from like 18th to 7th or something. But yeah, genuinely just strange. That's not my name, all good.
They led from
if you think about it,
at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it?
I didn't actually see anyone. From lap 2 until like the final few corners, just after I pitted, I didn't see a single other car because I was like more than 15 seconds up the road.
And our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations as we speak.
But there was literally no one to be there. It was just me. Piastri finishes second. Hadjar takes a third. Decent stuff. Danny Rick on the top step, though. It's what you like to see. 2 wins out of 7 races. To be honest, I know I'm strong at certain tracks. I was not expecting to win any Grand Prix until at least Season 2 or 3. And yet, 7 rounds into Season 1, he's already got 2. You know, it's just what he does.
What an
end up taking the win. But what was the... Oh, wow, I've done 2 seconds on Piastri in the end. Alright, cake a lot, little stream before work, decent. I mean, technically I'm streaming before work, but I'm not watching the stream, I'm doing the stream. But yeah, I thought, you know what, I've got a few hours before I've got some work to do, so I might as well slip a stream in. But there you go. We take the fastest lap as well, 44.8. Ocon was a 46, so I ended up taking the fastest lap by 1.2 seconds. And it's a Grand Slam for Ricciardo. As you can see if I go in the replay. This is what, if you just joined us, this is what happened. I started on the Inters, everyone else on the wet tyres. Lap 2, every other driver went into the pits apart from Lindblad. Everyone else went in. Meaning by lap 3, I had a 21-second lead over Piastri. 20.4, so that was 2 seconds. Half a second.
I'm afraid we didn't quite meet our targets there, but don't worry about it. Get your head down and chin up, and let's focus on the rest of this race.
Who's talking? Huh? I'm so confused.
Okay,
anyway.
Mate, we didn't get what we needed there, I'm afraid. But head down, chin up, and let's focus on the rest of the race.
Shut up!
Okay, well, it wasn't to be this
Shut
time,
up!
but not to worry. There's a long way to go in this race, so let's focus.
Anyway, what was this Ocon drive? Went from 16th to 10th in 1 lap. I think some people pitted. Fair play, Ocon. Okay, well, that was probably almost very close to the most dominating weekend you could have. The only thing I missed out on was the sprint fastest lap. Which, by the way, my race fastest lap was 2 tenths quicker. Or no, it was 6 tenths quicker. So sprint race, sprint pole, sprint win. Race, pole, win, led every lap. I led every lap here as well. So if I got the fastest lap in the sprint, that would have been a sprint Grand Slam and a Grand Prix Grand Slam. And I got fastest in practice. That would have been a weekend Grand Slam. Jeez Louise, right, the standings then. After another race win, we move up to 4th in the drivers, ahead of Hamilton by 4 on 90 points in 7 rounds. Constructors, also Ocon picks up 6 points to go into 12th. Decent. Constructors, we are on 98. We are 42 now, ahead of Mercedes, and we are only 13 of Ferrari. Ooh, not bad. Unbelievable race. Alright, stop recording. Well done. Generational video, but actually, to be fair, is that even going to be a good video? Because, like, nothing happened. You could go from lap 3, cut to the end, and it's like, oh, wow, great. Nothing happened. Nothing changed. But we move. We now have Monza, and that felt like a really long race. How long have I been live for? I've been live for 2 hours already. Usually, my streams get to about 2 hours 50. We're going to easily surpass that. There's at least another hour and a half left, probably. Jesus. Okay. I'm not complaining. I mean, to be fair, since it's so early in the morning, I don't actually mind the stream being extra long. Okay. Now let's make sure we've got the least used engine components on. Of course it is. Actually, no, I'll keep the same on and then change it for quality. I need to remember to keep doing that. Look at that. I mean, if you take out Silverstone, the consistency that I've been on is outrageous. 47776 was already good. First and first, in between a stinker. And now I move on to Monza. We've got Monza, mate. Good old Monza. To be fair, I'm not very good at Monza. I love the track. I'm just not good at it. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think we're going to get a result similar to Spa. But obviously, if I can beat Ocon, maybe get into Q3, everything's well. You right, Jim? Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing good.
Okay, mate. I
Oh, I forgot about R&D. I've just forgot. Unlucky.
I'm afraid to say that some of them have failed quality control. We're going to need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D.
Well, we're still ahead of Honda. We've closed up to Mercedes. We basically have the joint 4th quickest car nowadays. That's pretty good. Lock it in. Get me into the Monza. Yeah, like I said, I do love this track. It's easily one of my favourites, but it's strange. Usually my favourite tracks are the ones I'm best at. So, Spa, Melbourne, Qatar. Mixed conditions again? Oh, Nelly Onula. I'm not looking forward to that in the slightest. I mean, Spa, yeah, I did win in the wet, but that's only because I had a 20-second buffer. If it stayed wet, I probably wouldn't have won that race in the end. Okay. Well, I suppose we're going to have to deal with it. Can't exactly change the weather. Just got to hope the weather doesn't turn up. Do you know what I mean?
During this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have...
Yeah, Mark, I'm going to be honest. You say that every weekend. There's nothing new, is it? It's called an upgrade, boss. Alright, here we go. Welcome to Monza. Now, yeah, like I said, the expectation is definitely a bit lower than Spa. Realistically, get into Q3, hopefully. If not, beat Ocon. Beat Ocon, everything's great. That's about it. That's all I can hope for. Don't forget, qualifying so far is 6-1 to me. Race is 7-0. So we'll be looking to keep that up, obviously. My British crib, I should be brilliant in the rain. That's a fantastic point. You are spitting there. Come on, just beat Ocon. Surely I can manage that, right? I tell you what, I know it's only the first lap, but the car feels lively. I mean, in Spa, it took a good... Well, it was only until the, like, 18th lap of the whole weekend. So, all of practice, all of quali, actually Q3 and the final 4 laps of the race was the only point in time where the car actually felt good. I have to remember, actually, it's important for the race to remember that I've got to be careful around the Parabolica because the tyre wear on the exit is shocking. Like, shockingly bad. If you're, like, hammered down on the exit there, you can lose so much tyre wear, it's quite impressive. I don't know why, it's not exactly a, like, particularly a one-off corner. And although in real life, the Italian Grand Prix is usually a one-stop because of low tyre wear, here, the tyre wear is really high. So it's probably going to be a two-stopper. Although, depending on where I'm starting, I might risk a one-stopper just to see how it goes, to be honest. .346 kph, that's pretty lively. Into the outbreak into turn 1, you love to see it. Realistically, I should have given myself the, like, harder tyre allocation. So rather than 2 mediums and a hard, I get 2 hards and a medium. That would have been very, very nice. It'd actually be nice at every track, because I always have high tyre wear. So that actually work out quite well for me, you know? Fastest overall so far, which is nice to see, of course. It's very early in the session. Am I wearing socks? Yeah. Wearing one. Because I couldn't find the other one. So my brake foot's got a sock on, but me throttle one ain't. I mean, to be fair, when I wear socks, I feel like I can't accurately measure how much throttle I'm using. Like, I can't wear a shoe either. If I wear a shoe, it's just... My socks blow, mate. Okay, so turn 1 with DRS and ERS is 150 meter braking. I thought it'd be a bit later than that, but we move. It's so weird how, like, I was saying this earlier, in, like, Grand Prix mode or time trial, I brake normally, but in this career mode, I feel like I have to brake earlier. Like, the brakes just aren't as good. It's a very strange feeling. Whoa! What a save! How I haven't ended up in the wall there is a Christmas miracle. Jeez Louise! I don't think I can recover this either, so I'm just going to bin the lap off. Recover the overtake for lap 3. 3? I don't know. F1 developers recommend the giant novelty Homer Simpson slippers. True. I'm gonna have to bust out the Crocs if this gets too frisky. Alright, go! Get out of my way, get out of my way, get out of my way. Thank you! Thank you, Mr. Ferrari. I couldn't tell it was a Ferrari because obviously Ferrari's blue in my career mode. So it can be a little difficult to tell, but Ferrari's here. It was hilarious. I did find a mod that changes Ferraris to Rusties from cars, and I thought that could be hilarious, but and then I decided against it. I just thought that would be a bit too unrecognizable. I mean, to be fair, they'd still be red, but yeah. I mean, like, every team change I've got is still technically like a team. Like, I've got Williams, Porsche, Red Bull, Jaguar, McLaren, Marlboro, I don't know how you say it. So I feel like just having them, which are like actual card like teams and that, and then you've just got Rusties, just doesn't really fit in. But it's available if I want to. I think I'll just finish lap 4 and then we'll go into the next practice program. I can just do the rest in quick practice. I just don't like how high the tyre wear is. I would like to go for a one-stopper. But I just don't think it's going to work. My socks blue, mate. Keep it in there. It's blue. Like a royal blue. Very saturated blue. Ah, nice bit of sunshine. It's weird, really. By the time I end stream, it's only going to be midday. Usually when I finish streaming, it goes from sunny to just darkness. But no, I've still got a good 7 hours of daylight left. It's nice. That'll do us. Only 3/10 off, to be fair. I reckon the one-stop is very much possible. I might just give it a go for experiment's sake, you know? Finally, we've got qualifying pace. Get this done and we can move swiftly into quali. Like I said, the objective mainly is just beat Archon. If I can do that, then yeah. Yes, mate, I've got one foot that's bare, which is my throttle foot. AKA the one on the right. I don't think I'm going to do very well in this, because I usually don't, but you never know. What happened there? I just did 2 downshifts for the price of 1. I'm only 2/10 off. I'm only 3/10 off. I've actually pulled some back through the Lesmo. It's decent. Scotty! Oh, there is pace through the Ascari. My goodness. I vibe while listening to the F1 theme by Brian Tyler. Am I weird? You're the opposite weird, mate. You're an absolute legend. I do the same, especially 2021. Easily the best soundtrack in the world. Shout out that Parabolica bottle job, by the way.
Okay, we haven't hit our program targets. Come in and take a look at the data.
Wow, they think I'm going to struggle to get top 10. They're probably not wrong either, to be honest. Definitely not. Now, honestly, the 2021 F1 theme might be up there, one of my favourite, like, music pieces of all time. Followed by Christopher Larkin's work. But yeah, Brian Tyler and... what's his name? I forgot his name. The one who does the F1 game themes. I can't think of his name. It's like Dan something, I believe.
What an incredible practice session. The fun doesn't stop here, though. Join us again.
I mean, I'm still
the weekend
What? What's happened there? Don't know. But yeah, P1 in practice again. Definitely not going to transfer into quali, but you never know. Right, now it's important that I switch engine now to the less used one, obviously. And forgot about that. It's going to be a mixed conditions quali, so that if it's wet, it's going to be even worse for me, you know? I still might change my mind, but I think if I'm quite low down, so like bottom 10, I might go for the one-stop. And then if it... if I'm quite high up, like top 7, top 8, I might just go for a 2-stopper, but I don't know. I mean, the one-stop's never going to work for me because my tyre wear is always really high, but I feel like every time I do a 2-stop, I'm always outclassed by 1-stoppers. And what is going on with this practice? It's 70% and I failed it 5 times. What's going on? Gonna kick off. I need those resource points, man. Come on. There you go. Go on. Yes. 3 in a row. There you go. Lovely job. Alright, qualifying time. And we are going to be locked in for potentially a bit of a damp session. Which I'm not looking forward to in the slightest. Hang on, they've changed their mind. They're saying qualifying is going to be fully dry now. Well, if that is the case, I'll be over the moon about it, because that is exactly what I need. And it's beautiful sunshine and rainbows. Oh, I'm locked in. Okay, Q3 is going to be a bit damp. All good. Get that fuel down. Honestly, everything's kind of good. It's just, I'm just a bit shit, to be honest, at the game. So, there you go. Okie doke. What is Esteban Ocon's lap time going to be? Of course, that is the only thing I really care about beating. Carlos Sainz first. What is happening? Ah, it's because no one's done a lap yet. Makes sense. Right, so Ocon's on a 19.2. Why do I feel like that's actually quite fast? I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat that. You never know. Lock in! Qualifying is here. Oh, wheel bug. 2026, nice. Now, I think it's probably wise to take it easy around this corner. For the tyre's sake. And here we go. Honestly, if I just do that, I shouldn't need to use any overtake. I should just get the speed. There it is. Into the apex of turn 1. It's not good. It ain't bad either. Good exit as well. Basically, I'm just going to hold off my overtake and everything for sector 1 and 2, and then floor it for sector 3. That usually works out quite well for me. Only a 10th up through sector 1 though. It's actually really bad. I'm just missing that little bit of, like, absolutely send it vibes, you know? There's a lot of time in there. I'm not carrying enough speed through the corners, but I ain't really got the confidence to just, like, send it, you know? Through the Ascari, that was nice. I went a little bit wide. It's okay, though. I didn't see how much I was up on Gasly through Sector 2, but this lap has been decent, but I just feel like the potential's quite low. It's going to be an 18.7. That's actually quite good, I think. It's way ahead of Ocon, so that's enough for me. Do you know what I mean? Hulkenberg third, Sainz second is certainly something quite fascinating, isn't it? Cool. I'm hoping that's enough to send me straight into Q2, to be honest. That'd be ideal. Gap to the knockout is going to be... It's actually quite close. I mean, it's not. I think we're alright, to be honest. Still fourth, that's fine. Yeah, we should be good. And we stay fourth. Okay, we make it through. Ocon makes it through for one of the first times in a while. Piastri only makes it through by 1 place. The Ferraris in 12th and 13th. Sergio Perez 6th. Hulkenberg 3rd. Sainz 2nd. What on earth? What a confusing session. Right, on to Q2. Welcome. Now, I would like to match my laps with an 18.7 and go straight through to Q3. We'll see how that goes. Right now, that would put me matched with Ocon, so I've got to improve, actually. If I want to beat Ocon, I've got to go quicker. All right, bring it on, son. I love ya. Lock it in. I mean, I think I can beat him, or I can go quicker. It's just a matter of actually doing it, you know? And go! Q2 for Monza. Gonna go all the way over here so I get that extra couple kilometers. And off we go. 26.4 for the first sector, set by George Russell. Better braking, but still could be way later. Good to know if I make it to Q3. Keep in mind, if I do cock up, I do have another set of tyres and the time to go for a second run, so that is doable. Sector 1 coming through is going to be half a tenth up on George Russell, who is currently only in P12, so I need to go even better than that. Through Lesmo 1, it's a little bit on the wide side, but it's alright. Through the second Lesmo, that was a lot nicer. Carried a lot more speed through there. Go on, gal. Now, the Ascario I can really send it. You can brake so late. Like, there. Purple Sector 2 for Daniel Ricciardo. It's an iffy Ascari, but it's not... Oh, no, it was bad, actually. It wasn't bad until that one, the final bit. We now come up on the Parabolica. Good braking, right up against the curb. Exit's lovely. That is a beautiful Parabolica. That is going to see me shoot up the leaderboard, I think. We crossed the line in 18.6, so it's actually only a tenth better than my Q1 lap, but it's faster than Ocon, and it should be more than enough to get into Q3, so I'll take it. Well done. Yeah, I like it. A tenth and a bit up, decent. I think Ocon might make it into Q3 with that lap as well, which would be lovely. And he does. It does also seem like that pace from certain cars like Hulkenberg and Perez just was a bit of a false dawn, because Perez out in 16th, Hulkenberg's out in 11th. Sainz made it through it own P6, but we are slowly returning back to normal. McLaren 1-2, Red Bull and Ferrari up there. Hamilton knocked out though in Q2. Is tough for obviously Ferrari's home race. That is really tough for him. Now Q3 is going to be a bit interesting because... Oh, never mind. It said it might rain. Hang on, it is raining. Right, I think we get out now, to be honest. I think we just give it some. Yeah, we go now. Get out while I still can before the rain really starts. Hope I haven't come out too late. But this is most likely going to be my one and only run in Q3. 17 something for Max Verstappen, which is just bonkers pace. Probably should have just kept up with that McLaren, because that could have been a lovely bit of a slipstream, but it's all good. Here we go then. Q3's underway. It was nice braking if I can... Oh, I've gone on the curb a little bit. Go on. Yeah, we'll take that. It's not bad. (26.1) for Alonso. Oh, I've gone right on the curb there. Not good. Lovely exit, though. Through Lesmo. Oh, that was awful. That wasn't. Slightly recovered it. It's not good, though, by any means. Keep it pinned. Lovely Ascari chicane, that. Go on. I don't know what the prospects are for this lap, but it isn't a bad lap. Into the Parabolica. Lovely braking, lovely exit once again. I've been good through there. And we're going to cross the line to set a 1 minute 18.3 behind Ocon. What? I am gobsmacked by that. I thought I was going to be well ahead of Ocon. 4/10 improvement on my Q2 lap, and Ocon's done me in. Fair and square and all. I mean, there's probably a 10th in there, but still. That is bonkers. And if it starts raining now, I'm not going to get a second run. That'll be it. And it is raining, so that is going to be everything. Ocon out-qualifies me. By a 10th and a bit as well. Where's that come from? It was Sector 2 and 3. Sector 2 mainly. It was that first Lesmo. That first Lesmo done me in quite bad. I mean, realistically, you kind of never go off throttle. I went fully off it for a time, and that's what done me. Fair play. So that is most likely going to be a P7 for Ricciardo, a P6 for Ocon. And it is.
Goodbye for now, then. But we're
Wow.
really just getting started.
I
Make
am
sure
honestly
you join
stunned
us
by
again
that,
for later
purely because
tomorrow.
Ocon has been so monumentally behind me pretty much this whole season, apart from Melbourne where I spun. If I actually got a lap, I would have been top 3. So that is the first time this season that Ocon has legitimately outqualified me. I thought my lap was good. Excuse me. I went four tenths quicker than my previous run in Q2. So I thought that's a lovely lap. It's a second off pole. It's a 10th and a 700th behind my teammate. I suppose 6 and 7 for Haas is really nice, but even so, I am stunned by that. That's going to take me a while to get over. What on earth? Cool. So that makes the qualifying head-to-head 6-2 between me and Ocon. Hopefully, I can make it 8-0 in the race. That'd be ideal. Actually, no. Yeah, no, it is 8-0. Yeah, because I still beat him in Silverstone, even though I finished 18th. Now then, the Grand Prix says it's going to be mixed conditions, which is going to be quite fascinating. That is going to be 50% of my races this season have been wet and dry. Wow. And the other 4 have been fully dry. Cool. I do hope it's fully dry, because that's when I'm strongest, even though right now I'm not that strong. But yeah. You're right, Kusa. Please be dry. That'd be ideal. If it's dry, I can go for a one-stop, probably do crap, and then go home, you know? In the wet, it's going to be a struggle bus. Do you fancy loading at some point? Thank you. Oh. Long day. Long day. We are going to have a soggy Giuseppe Italian Grand Prix. It might dry up later, but for now, it's looking like it's going to be dry or wet, sorry.
Today, so we're going to need a low downforce setup, which of course means that DRS won't be as effective, but hopefully we're going to be so quick we won't even need it.
Wishful thinking, lad. DRS is very much powerful here, let me tell you. Okay. Let's set up for the wets. I don't like doing all this tyre pressure stuff, but realistically, I'd be knackered in the wet if I tried and did a dry setup, obviously. I should also up my aero more rather than lower it. Yeah. Although, if I run really low downforce, I'll have track position. Yeah, sod it, we'll do that. Okay, so we are looking at a one-stop strategy. I was kind of hoping I could do inter dry, so we'll see how that goes. I might try and extend my interstint by quite some margin. So I think we just go. We just go. There's nothing to really go over. It's just going to be go on the inters, try and have some sort of pace, and then hopefully, like I said, we can go straight from inters to dries. I'd rather not do inter dry, because I feel like you're going to lose a lot of time doing that. You're right, BG, I'm doing good, mate. Had an absolutely sensational race at Spa. Won by like 20 seconds, but here at Monza... First time I've been out-qualified by my teammate on merit, so that's not great. Not the end of the world, though. I am a bit nervous for the pace, though. I don't think it's going to be good. Like, at all. But like I said, I'm hoping I can jump Ocon at the start and then just have track position. And then I just can't be overtaken. That'd be ideal anyway. It probably won't work out like that. It never does.
Current forecast is 5 or 10 minutes more of rain before it starts to dry up. Inters seem to be the fastest time.
That's quite encouraging. Because like I said, hopefully that means I can just do 12 to 13 laps on the inters and then go straight onto the dries. That'd be lovely. An exact replica of Spa, nearly. Started on the inters, went straight to dries. Weird seeing Alonso and Stroll in the top 10. Usually they're nowhere near it. Yeah, realistically, we're just looking to beat Ocon today. I'm not too bothered about the points. I mean, still, points in general still good. I need to not get ahead of myself. I know I've won 2 races now, but realistically, any top 8 is like something to be celebrated, you know? Need to attack Ocon off the line here. There you go. That'll do. Right, lock in.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Italian Grand Prix round number 8 is about to get underway in soggy conditions. And we're off. Good reaction. It's not great off the line. I'm going to try and short shift so I can get my foot down earlier. And I've managed it. Lovely bit of car control to not get done by Ocon. We go into turn 1. Bit early on the brakes. I've hit Russell. Sorry, Russell. Ocon's going for him though. Round the outside of turn 1. He's a madman, this geezer. Oh, lovely grip. Lovely grip. See you later, Russell. I'm having Ocon as well. Coming in. Go! Round the outside of my teammate. To the inside now. That is very sketchy. Break! What a move! Down the inside of Ocon to go up into the top 5. That is gorgeous overtaking. Now we do an Alonso Monaco 22 and absolutely just hold everyone up. And yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do until the end, basically. Oh, never mind, I've gone off. I lied. Oh no, Ocon's got straight line speed. He can't find a gap though. He's trying to go to the inside. It isn't working for him. Oh, Nelly. Can I do one corner correct? Ah! I'm holding up everyone at the minute. There's already a 3-second gap to Verstappen. Ocon's trying to go around the outside. You can't go around the outside of Parabolica, mate. Oh, Nelly Onula. Okay. That is lap 1 complete, and what a fantastic lap it was, am I right? Jeez Louise. Ocon's going to go to the outside again. Where is the straight line speed coming from? I've got 0 downforce on, laddie. Oh, I can't drive in these conditions. I actually can't. But I can't do it. This is so difficult. It's like everything I've learned from practice and quaddie just means nothing. As you can tell, I am really, really slow. But what's interesting me is how is Ocon's straight line speed so good? Look at this. I'm going 333 kilometers an hour. I'm on the brink of giving up. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm about to just go in the pits and give up. This is the worst opening 2 laps I've ever done. And I cannot fathom where the AI are getting their straight line speed from. Like I said, I'm running 0 downforce, using all of my overtake, and they are still 20 kilometers an hour quicker than me down the... Where are you going? Where? I'm lost. And somehow I'm still 7th. Honestly, I've got no clue, to be honest. Literally can't tell you how it's possible, but I'm still in the top 7. And you can tell the AI have got way more downforce than me because of the time they're gaining through the lesmos.
Back to dry shortly.
I mean, they gained, what, 7 temps through the lesmos? I feel like that's just too much for them to also be quicker than me in a straight line, you know? I feel like that just shouldn't be possible. Oh well, though, we're still in the top 7. Hopefully, it dries up really quickly so that I can go and catch Ocon. And I need to seriously concentrate because I keep out-braking myself. Because I'm braking at, like, the normal braking markers. When it's actually, you got to brake a little bit earlier. So I keep forgetting about that. But we're already the 1 minute 30s. 1 minute 23, 22 is going to be dry conditions. So that's what we need to watch out for. As soon as we start getting into those lap times, that's when we lock it in and get straight in the pits. Ocon's been overtaken by Russell. I'm hoping that means I can go and catch him now, but probably not. Yeah, I mean, look at the time they gained through the lesmos. It's currently 1.7. Now, I've actually gained that time. Okay, never mind. Why do I bother talking? You know?
Situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now.
Mark, I'm in full agreement with you, boss. You right, Flosser? Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing good. Right, when Ocon's going for the repass. Dangerous bastard, look at him. Ocon is locked in. Wheel to wheel with George Russell on the exit of the corner as well. Go on, son. I mean, I want to beat you, but also encourage you, because this is good points for Haas. Ocon has never been this high in the whole season. 6th or 5th is the highest he has been for the entire season. So if he could somehow stay there, that would be unbelievable for the team. And don't keep in mind, we are fighting directly with Mercedes for P5, or P4 rather, in the constructors, so this means even more to us right now. I'm doing great, Floss. I mean, this race has been frustrating, the opening 5 laps, but Spa was fantastic. Almost got, like, the best weekend you could probably have in Formula 1. Sprint pole, led every sprint lap, won the sprint, and then got pole, won the race, led every lap, and Grand Slam the race. So if I got the fastest lap in the sprint, I would have got a Grand Slam sprint and win. So yeah, it went pretty well. But honestly, this is still really good. I've got my expectations or my standards too high. P7 at a wet Monza is still really, really strong. I mean, our car's 4th quickest, or 5th, yeah, 4th. It's joint 4th, technically 5th. So we're still, like, doing better than the car is expected to perform, you know? And I'm still kind of keeping up with Ocon, not really, but I am. I just can't catch up. Ugh. Purple sector 1, what's all this all then? What's going on there? That's quite interesting. You don't see that too often. All-purpose sector 1 for the boy. Tyre wear's not great, but hopefully they won't have to go that much longer. We should go straight to the dries in about, hopefully, 5 or so laps. That'd be golden.
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions look good. We're not certain which is the best tyre right now, dries or inters.
Honestly, I might go on to the inters now. We're doing 28s. No, one more. Next lap, we're going on to the dries, I think. Yeah. I think next lap is definitely dry time. I do kind of want to save some battery this lap as well, even though I'm going to lose a lot of time for it. I just feel like it will pay off when I get into the dries, because I should hopefully be a little bit quicker. Or I might not be, you know, I might just not be quicker. Oh, that was awful. That's what cost me in qualifying. I just can't do that Let's Go 1 very well. Try and gain some time back through the Ascari would be very ideal. As I proceed to go off the track and completely cock it up. Well done, dickhead. Still gained, though. Only a 10th. Or not, I know I didn't gain, actually. Okay, this is actually a thing. If Ocon... Let me look at the front runners. Leclerc, or whoever... Yeah, Leclerc goes... Okay. I'm going to take a risk.
Pitting this lap, then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Oh, pitted too early. No, I didn't. I meant I didn't stop in time. Sorry. Sorry. Hold my hand up. It's my bad. I thought you're supposed to brake there. There you go. Well done.
Okay, don't worry about that target for now. Let's just focus on this pit stop.
Okie doke. This is a massive risk, but I'm willing to take it, you know? Going from a hard, we're going to. I think I should do a hard medium as well. Lovely bit of clear air.
Speed now. Let's get some heat
Whoa.
into those tyres.
Whoa, 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 whoa. It might be too early. Oh no. I mean, I haven't crashed, so that's a sign. Whoa! Oh, that feels a bit harsh, you know? That feels harsh. Okay, it's definitely time for dries, but I think next lap would have been like absolutely golden, whereas now it's a bit iffy. Oh no. I've been really bad at the Ascari today for some reason. That's usually my strongest bit. So everyone pits, but I haven't really gained on anyone, so it's actually like not good. Whoa! What is that understeer? Yeah. That's not worked out too well. So essentially, I've just lost 2 seconds to Ocon and everyone else ahead of me, and that's literally it. Ah. I don't even think I have the benefit of having warmed up tyres. That ain't really a thing in this game. Just gotta hope there's some form of pace there when it gets to like fully dry conditions rather than a little bit damp. How do I avoid locking the tyres? I use ABS, mate. That's how. Hang on, I'll read the rest of your thing in a second. Yeah, no, I have tried to learn ABS. I can't. I simply can't. Don't have the patience for it, so yeah. What is happening through that corner? I don't know if I'm getting on the wet line or something, but it just... Ugh.
Caution.
That is scary. Yellow flag up ahead. It's going to be Max Verstappen. I mean, it's an extra place. Decent.
Okay, caution, caution. Virtual
VSC
safety car is
out.
Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta on your dash.
Oh, this is really tricky. This is one of the hardest races I've ever done. Yeah, Delta, please. Thank you. Genuinely so tough. I've got no pace. Keep going off everywhere. The brakes don't really work properly. I'm not sure what that's about. Long day. At least I got my ERS up. That's a positive, you know? We take those. But in general, this has been a very tough race so far. We're only on lap 10. I don't think these hards are going to go to the end. I'd love them to, but I just don't think they will. Shocking safety car restart as well. I've lost another second because of that. If I made it to the Ascari, I would have been saved, but I didn't. Well, I clearly have good pace compared to Mr. Fernando. Hamilton will probably catch up and pass me because he started quite low down and he's already up to like 8th. So we're looking at a P7 currently. Honestly, yeah, if you would have told me that I'd finish 7th in a mixed condition race at Monza, not bad. You're right, Pull My Bullet, cool name. I like that.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Thank you, Mark. Honestly, I might try and get these hards to the end, just to try and, like, save it a little bit from the appalling racing that this has been from me so far. Honestly, just all of today, even at Spa, even though I won by, like, in absolute dominant fashion, it was an awful drive still, you know? It just wasn't good.
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
I'm flying right now, by the way, apart from that Ascari chicane. Still can't do the braking right, but I'm on one now. I've caught up by a second or so in this sector alone. Go, go. So we've got Ocon, Russell, and then we have Piastri, and then that's it. So it's literally, if I can catch up to these lot, well, to be fair, the podium's like right there. And I've clearly got pace over Alonso. I don't know if I've got pace over Hamilton, but he's scrapping with like Hulkenberg,
okay,
so that's helping me out a little
ahead
bit.
of you. Come on, mate, this is it. Let's try and get past them quickly.
I mean, I know I had good pace on that one lap, but I don't think I've got good pace full stop, Mr. Mark. I don't think we can really... oh, what is going on with gears? Do we really think I've got that much pace over Ocon? I suppose I'll have to wait and see. Although, of course, he is stuck in DRS, so he's going to gain on the straights like here. See, realistically, this is where my setup works, because all the AI are running downforce setups, meanwhile I've got straight line speed, which in the dry is what you want. So, might be looking pretty good. 24.8 is the new fastest lap. I'm not even improving on this lap. And my best lap is a second off that. So, yeah. Front runners, Leclerc and Norris are... they're gone. Ocon now looking for a place on Piastri, which is just absolutely egregious how he's managing it. But he's going for it down the inside. And he doesn't get it. Wow. Look at that. I just realised it. Oh, wait. I've just noticed something. Oh, I didn't consider that. Obviously, Haas is predominantly black, red, and white, but McLaren are also red and white. I keep going off there like a complete twat. So it's actually quite difficult to tell apart the Haas from the McLaren. I might have to change it to the... I'll do that. I'll change it to the orange variant rather than red, so you can actually still see that it's McLaren. How have I not got DRS, by the way? Not sure about that. Seems a bit dodgy. Well, Ocon's just pocketed Piastri. And now he's looking to get the move back. 24-7 for Leclerc. I'm only just barely going to do it. I'm not even going to get into 25s. As Piastri re-overtakes Ocon. I've finally got a bit of DRS assistance, which is just lovely. Although, of course, I will be using it to get my overtake back. That's too late on the brakes. Oh! Right, see, this is the issue here, is I feel like I'm going to get a penalty anyway. Yeah, that was sick. Well done, me. Okay, yeah, see, look, I've lost 3 seconds, blood. Oh, I'm having it. Wish Ricciardo was still in F1, me too, mate. I mean, who doesn't wish Ricciardo was still in F1, in all fairness? Lovely bloke. Great fucking driver. You know, unreal driver. I mean, I guess he did deserve to lose his seat. He was crap. But in his prime, one of the best to never win a championship for sure. Speaking of that, I've got a video releasing. Well, actually, it's just released 6 minutes ago, where I try and make Ricciardo a world champion. So you go watch it, to be fair. That's good timing, that, your comment. Nice one. Alright, we now have DRS on Ocon. I wish Piastri would clear off a little bit so I can try and overtake Mr. Esteban. Doesn't seem like that's going to be too possible. He is looking for another move on Piastri. It's actually quite good. That means I should be able to get right off his arse, which I do, but for the 17th time in 14 laps, I've messed up the Ascari. I don't know why I'm so bad through there today. Usually, like I said earlier, that's probably my best corner on the circuit in most cases. Not today, though, evidently. Jimmy couldn't adjust. I don't know the exact reason. It probably was a bit of that, but yeah, just didn't seem to. He was just shit, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. He was just a bit shit. Hang on. Little potential manoeuvre here coming up on Oscar Piastri. Much better grip. He's put me in the grass like an absolute knobhead. But we are going to sail past Piastri, losing the overtake. Bye, Oscar. We move up to 5th. Excellent race from the Haas drivers so far. Ocon right ahead of me now, and of course I'm going to have the drag reduction system available. Jeez Louise. Alright, good exit. Should be able to get Ocon here, although I'm not going to. I'm actually going to wait until the main straight, so I've got overtake and I can actually defend. Fastest sector 2 of anybody. As I mess up the Ascari again. Oh my giddy aunt. Okay. That's not ideal. Not what you want to see from the boys. Okay. Still sick, to be fair. That was not a fun shunt. I'm surprised I didn't get damage from that.
systems all looking good. Head down.
I mean, I did hit the wall with the side of my car rather than the front, so that actually works out quite nicely. Nothing really to say on it. Literally just had a bad run through the Ascari, tried to overcompensate on the exit. Lost the rear, pretty much. That's all that really happened. Nothing special. Suppose that means I'm not catching Ocon anymore, which is a bit of a shame. Tyres are looking bad. I'm going to have to make another pit stop, but... now it's just too early. I can't do it yet. I'm actually decent. Thanks, mate. I don't feel like it, you know. Today has been one of the worst displays of driving I've ever done. So, yeah. I mean, my last stream was I was much better.
It was a good try, but we didn't quite meet our targets. Not to worry. Get your head
really?
down, chin up. Let's focus right the way.
Chin up, yeah. Let me just chin up, sure. I'll chin you in a minute, mate. Shut your mouth. Getting annoyed.
We're approaching the pit window, and you're going to be on mediums.
Okay. Thank you. At least they've sorted it out for me. If I wasn't so aggressive, I think you're the first person to ever tell me I'm aggressive. Usually people say how smooth I am. So I don't think I'm aggressive at all. I just try and I overdrive when I cock up. That's it. I mean, that's my first proper mistake in about 7 races, to be fair. Just having a rough day is all. Still getting some decent results from it as well. I mean, I almost got the perfect Spa weekend. Sprint pole, sprint win, race win, pole, Grand Slam. Hope you catch up. Me too, mate. That'd be lovely. I mean, Ocon hasn't beat me in a race yet, so it'd be 8-0, but right now it's looking like it's going to be 7-1.
Esteban is in the pits.
I feel like my mediums aren't doing 10 laps, boss, to be honest. I might have to do another one. Oh, I don't know. But also, the undercut doesn't... Well, I don't know. Wish I could have a live delta to my teammate. That'd be nice. So I can see if he's catching. Obviously, Norris has just stopped. He is so far clear of everyone this weekend, apart from Leclerc, that he's going to catch up very quickly. So, yeah. Good for him, I guess. Imagine being talented and in a good car. Couldn't be me. I haven't got either of those things. All good. Come on in, Lando. Go, go, go. Go, go. Hurry up, man. Well in, son. Way too late. Honestly, if I keep DRS, which I still might not, I might stay out for one more. Because Ocon's currently in traffic behind a Cadillac. So I'm going to give it one more, you know. If you could change one thing about myself, what would it be? My height, to be honest. Because my weight I can change. My height, I can't. I will forever be 5'5". So I'd make myself about 4 inches taller. Technically, I can change my height. It's just I don't want to, you know, put metal things in my legs. You alright, Rian? Good to see you, mate.
Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive.
I'm not being aggressive, Mark. I'm pitting this lap anyway, Bloss. Bloss, boss. It's all good. Right, so Ocon's got through the traffic of the Cadillac now, so it is definitely time for a bit of a pit stop. He'll still be ahead of me, but I'm hoping that the offset of one extra lap might give me enough to maybe catch up. Probably not. That mistake cost me everything. If I didn't make that mistake through the Ascari, I'd probably be on for a podium quite easily. But now, I'd probably struggle. I think it's a top 7, realistically. Also an awful pit entry. Oh, God. Oh, it's going to be miles ahead. Unlucky, mate. He's going to be through before I even finish my stop. As is, what's his name? Russell on Antonelli. But that's it, though. I should come out. Oh, no, it's going to be quite close with the Aston here. Oh, no.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Who's that? Alonso goes through as well? Oh, that's not good, is it? Has Alonso pitted? He probably has if he's there. Shit. Driver in front.
Alonso ahead. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres...
You bastard!
And the time last lap, 1 minute 41.1.
So Alonso's fresh out the box, as is pretty much everyone ahead of me now. So I've actually dropped to 10th. And although I've got brand new mediums, well, the mediums and myself, we never get on. They just wear so fast for me. So I don't know about this anymore. I mean, you can see I've clearly got better pace. That much is obvious, but... yeah, I think 8th is the most I can get here now. Meanwhile, Ocon is currently 5th or so. He's on for the drive of the season, to be honest. By far his best performance. Checo Perez pits. DRS enabled for Ricciardo. We're going to go around the outside of Alonso. Should be an easy pass. We've got way more grip. And see you later. We get through Fernando Alonso up into P6 now. Okay, never mind. We're on the road to recovery. One of them, Russell pitted, oh no, Anthony pitted as well. Okay, good. So yeah, we are now 6th. 5 seconds off Piastri, 10 seconds to Ocon. We aren't going to catch him, but if we can put a little gap to Alonso and maybe just hold on to a 6th, that'll be a decent result. Alonso's kept up though. Not good. Still, I'm on for a 20. I'm on for the fastest lap of the race currently. Never mind. So bad through the Ascari today. Also got no overtake left. Oh, Nelly. But it is the fastest lap of the race, a 1 minute 20.3 for Danny Rick. 1.1 to Alonso, 4.3 to Piastri. I think Piastri might be catchable, but it's going to take quite the effort to do so. And honestly, I don't know if I've got it in there.
A little erratic at the moment. Let's try and close up the difference between them.
Mark, I'd love to close up the difference. I just ain't got the ability to, boss. I mean, I've got to catch up half a second a lap, but even more than that. I'm definitely not doing that. I think pace-wise, this is the most I'm going to get. There is no way I'm going to be able to catch Piastri. And unless there's a DNF or something fun, there, I'm going to break the shifter. I'm pressing it very lightly, boss. It's just the wheel. Do you know, this is how loud it can be. That's how it normally sounds. Shout out Thrustmaster. I don't know how, like, the big streamers or people in general, like, don't get wheel noises to pick up on their mic. I've got my mic far away, I've got the noise gate quite high, and yet it still picks up, like, my wheel noises. Very strange. I can't even drop Alonso right now, let alone catch Piastri. The gap's going up. Okay. I think I just settle down and take the P6, because if you told me before the weekend I was going to get a P6 in a mixed condition Monza, I'd be like, absolutely. It's because of your weight. Wow. Don't you think that's a bit hurtful? A bit unnecessary, you could say? I mean, if you're going to insult me, at least spell it right, do you know what I mean? Come on. We've got 5 laps remaining of the stream of the race. Yeah, very nice. I mean, Ocon, like I said, he's on for race of the season easily for Ocon. He's scored 8 points so far. He's about to get what? I don't even know. Where is he? He's on the podium. I didn't even realise. I thought he was like 4th. He's on a podium right now. I mean, and Russell is getting close. But Ocon genuinely seems to have the match of him. Ocon is genuinely on to score a podium here at Monza. On pace. That isn't because of luck. That is genuinely just him. Wow. I guess Monza is where the AI come to life. My teammates always do better than me around here, and I'm P6. We've got the 5th best car, which means we should be getting like P10s and P9s. So P6 is a really good result, and yet Blood's on the podium. Fair play. Can't knock it. Which means in the head-to-heads it's going to be 6-2 for quali, 7-1 for Grand Prix between me and Ocon. Hopefully next stream in Azerbaijan it returns to normal. Meaning I beat him by half an hour, you know? Tyres are just starting to fall away now. As expected, they're mediums after all. They've got no chance. Realistically, obviously, if I didn't make that really bad mistake at the Ascari, I could have got a podium instead of Ocon today. It could have been a Haas 3-4. Or at the very minimum, would have been head Piastri. I lost about 5 seconds, so yeah. I would have been around where Oscar is. So a top 5. But I suppose it's not that much of a difference. It's still top 6. Still good. I'm honestly surprised by how little Hamilton's caught up. I thought starting 12th with Leclerc, winning the race, so far anyway, Hamilton would just catch up and blast past, but no, Hamilton's been really slow. Two laps remaining. Gap to Piastri's just gone. My tyres are dead. Well, not dead, but I mean, compared to the AI, they might as well be dead. For some reason, the AI's mediums just always hang on better than mine. The car doesn't even feel bad. The car feels lively. It's just, I'm just not finding the time anymore. What's the wear? Ugh, the lefts are dead. What is that all about? So Leclerc begins the final lap of the race. He keeps the lead from Norris, which means, realistically, he should hold on to the lead. I mean, the AI losing the lead that isn't at turn 1 is quite difficult, although it can happen at the Ascari, so we'll look out for that. We now start the final lap of the race. Ocon maintains third,
Nice work. Still a long way to go,
and he's got Russell. He's done it. He's way ahead. He's not even like close to him anymore. Is that a back marker ahead of me? What? Did I just see a ghost car? That car was way too close to be Piastri. What's that all about? I have no idea. But Leclerc now comes around the Ascari. And those two, Leclerc and Norris, have been country miles ahead of the competition today. Both of them not even in the same, like, continent. They have been so far ahead. Leclerc comes around the Parabolica. Leclerc is going to win the Italian Grand Prix for Ferrari. Why do I feel like he always does it in the F1 game? I feel like he always wins. Lando takes second. And we are now seeing Ocon round the final corner. And Esteban Ocon in the Haas, my teammate, takes a podium finish. Ahead of Russell. Then we have Piastri. And now coming round the final corner is Danny Rick. Alonso might have got me if this wasn't the final lap. Honestly, like I said, I will take a 6th. Because it was mixed conditions and all that, even with my massive mistake, the fact I got 6th is quite impressive. It's just, by itself, that would have been impressive if Ocon was shit as per usual. My man got a podium, so it doesn't actually feel that good. It feels a bit crap, actually.
He's left the field behind. Charles Leclerc wins.
I need to see this. I need to see Ocon on the podium, because I just can't quite fathom it. To be honest, it's just a bit...
To come here and take victory as a
It's
team
like, oh.
today on home soil was so important. You can see how much it means to them. The drivers there doing their part. The team's strategy was perfect as well. And the fans really embraced
And the
that.
thing is as well,
What a
is that
great
it wasn't
atmosphere
because
we
of a
had here
strategy
today.
or because of luck. That was just Ocon's pace. I mean, I believe Verstappen retired, which gave him an extra place, but that means he went from 4th to 3rd. He was still on for a 4th if no one retired. And he might have still finished ahead of Verstappen on the track anyway. And there he is, in P3. What on earth? What is life? No idea. What a day. Ocon takes 3rd from 6th. Ricciardo takes 6th from 7th. Fastest lap of the race as well for Ricciardo, aka me. So, not too shabby. Just want to take a look at that mistake I made again, because it was really bad. This was the lap, I believe. So this was actually really annoying, because as you can see, I got Piastri there. And then I'm right behind Ocon. I've got the DRS and everything. I decided at this point what I should do is I should bide my time and wait for the main straight. But as I went round, I went over the big sausage bit, got a big snap of oversteer, overcorrected, went on the gravel. Bob's your uncle, see you later. Didn't get damaged, and I was lucky to only lose 1 place to Piastri, but obviously I just kind of never recovered, to be honest. I want to see the pace at the end. So Ocon at the end was doing... He did a 1-stop. Oh no, he just had 2 sets of hards. Oh. But if I had 2 sets of hards, I would have probably finished ahead of Piastri. I would have been flying. So he's doing low 21s. Meanwhile, I was in the 21s, but ended up in 22s. Yeah, I would have been like... Yeah. Ah, that's annoying. What was Leclerc doing? Or Norris, rather. Well, there you have it then. In the driver standings, we keep 4th. 10 points ahead of Hamilton. Of course, we finished ahead of him, so the gap extends. 14 behind Oscar Piastri. I was on course to finish ahead of him, but obviously I didn't. By the way, it's important to know, is that Max Verstappen No, that's John. Don't mind him. Yeah. We're only 57 points off the lead. There's only, I mean, we're at the halfway mark. But we've got a lot of strong track. I'm not winning the title. What am I going about? Anyway, Archon moves up to 9th, by the way. He's gone from 14th to 9th in one race. 23 points with that podium. Constructors, we are 4th. We have massively extended our lead over Mercedes. We are now well on, basically secured that P4 finish. And we are only 17 points off Ferrari. Decent. I like it. Can't believe that, by the way. Like, what on earth? Archon dumps 13 seconds on my head. Excluding my mistake, which costed me what? What did that cost me? It was lap. It was this lap. Hang about. So I was 0.2 behind Ocon, and I ended up. So I lost 5 seconds. So he still would have finished about 8 seconds ahead. Fair enough. That is 2 very lengthy recordings I'm going to have to edit at some point. That's going to take a while. All good. Everyone watching, you should go watch my new video I released 20 minutes ago. It's very good. I try and make Daniel Ricciardo a world champion. It's very nice. Took me 2 weeks to make. A fortnight, some could say. Right then. That is going to be all from me then today. That was a very long stream. What are we looking at? Well over 3 hours, I think. 3.5 hours for you. 2 weekends, 1 sprint, 2 races that were mixed conditions. I'll tell you what though, even though I got some good results, I mean, we got the win at Spa, P6 at Monza, 2 fastest laps. The driving standards were shocking today. Really, really bad. Like, I know mixed conditions. When I was in the dry, I was fine. But mixed conditions, it was just awful. But, oh well, the game's the game, you know what I mean? So, there we go. Leclerc, hang on. I did not know Leclerc was doing that badly. What is that all about? He's only got 50 points. DNF, 16th, 10th, DNF. And then he's only got... Wow, okay. So that Monza win was monumental for him. Fair play. Alright, decent. I also enjoy the fact how I've had 2 podiums this season. Both of them were wins. Nice. Okay. Anyway, the next time I stream, I don't know when that will be. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, maybe never again. You never know. We are going to have Azerbaijan and Singapore. Actually, it's important to know, I need to actually go and learn Singapore without the racing line. The same with Texas, Mexico, and Brazil. So, honestly, my next stream, I might be starting a new series. So, yeah. I'm going to go from there. Okay, cool. Well then, that's all from me today. Thank you for tuning in. Very early stream. Early bird catches the word. Bird. Not word, bird. That's the one. I do think in future I'm going to keep my streams to the afternoons only. It seems like the streams perform a lot better when I stream from like 2 PM onwards. But like I said, I have some spare time before I got some work to do. So I thought, you know what? Might as well hop on, you know? Get a stream in while I can. But yeah, that's all from me. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your days. Of course, it is Monday, which is a tough day, but we can all push through. And yeah, there you go. See you lot later. That's it. I forgot to put on the... hang on. Wait. No, that's not the one. That one. There we go. Alright, see you lot later. Goodbye.